excuse me.
Welcome to Cafe Keto, everyone. I'm your host, Keto.
You did it quite fast today.
That wasn't the intro. I was just practicing, you know.
Well, I mean,
It's
the recording did start.
The recording did start.
Already going.
Welcome to the Cafe Keto, everyone. I'm your host, Keto. How you doing today? I got my boy Flashlight here. To my right. How you doing today? How you doing?
I already said I'm doing good before you got here.
Well, nigga, that part ain't gonna be in the goddamn video. So shit. And then I got Pseudosida to my left.
Yeah. Hello. Today's today.
It's crazy. We don't even really have a show lined up today.
Yeah.
Oh no, I got some.
It's Black History Month though. You know, first episode recorded within the month of February.
Yes,
It's Tuesday, but it's actually Wednesday, but it's Tuesday.
Pseudocidal said he didn't want none of my cheese sauce.
Bruh. Come on now.
I've been offended all day.
You've got to be kidding me. So here's the deal, right?
Why didn't you want the cheese sauce?
I said I didn't want the cheese sauce definitively.
He'd rather have struggle nachos than have the cheese sauce.
What is struggle nachos?
It's basically nachos to where I sprinkle the cheese and let the meat melt the cheese so it can be all stringy. And then I'll add like the elements like salsa, sour cream, lettuce.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did you ever give him his mic?
No. I couldn't find the time.
It's all good.
I guess he don't mind. I guess he doesn't want to talk today.
No, you were nervous? Very. Oh,
All right, that's fine.
That's fine.
It's funny. It's funny because like Chris and I, like when we were kids, we used to shoot videos all the time. Yeah, he would bring out the flip camera. You remember those back in
The
the day?
flip camera. Man.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Pull my cane out. My
Oh, no,
age is
See,
showing.
it wasn't the one with the viewfinder.
Oh.
Like it was just a rectangle.
I still have it. To the
Yeah, it was like pre-smartphone.
Do you still got some? You still got some stuff on it, like some footage?
It's probably gone. It's probably long gone. This is like over 12 years ago, bro.
That's crazy.
Man, that's a find though. Like imagine, like
You
you're
find a flip.
just walking through the desert and you find a old camcorder.
Nah, old
it's-
flip specifically.
It's just
Yeah.
an old flips. Not sponsored, by the way. Not
Yeah,
sponsored by Flip.
and the memory card is still intact. Oh, what do you think will be on a random flash drive you
Just
found
in the desert.
What if it's
Well,
what
okay,
if it's
fuck the desert. You're just going on some adventure.
Maybe
what if it's
maybe
the
like
what if
a
it's
trail.
the footage from the Million Man March?
Oh,
That'd be crazy. That'd
man.
probably be worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
Find that shit.
Just raw footage.
We should probably go over Black excellence this episode.
We go over Black excellence every time we turn this motherfucker on. You know what I'm saying?
We already practicing Black excellence sitting here making this podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Dante Edwards. He was the first black man to ever learn how to fly.
you heard about the dude that made Super Soaker getting paid $72 million?
Oh.
They wasn't paying royalties apparently,
Oh.
and now he getting paid. But I mean, with inflation, it's probably like $70.
just only $70.
Yeah, just $70.
all gone.
It's all nothing. I got a few topics actually. Let me actually look at my notes. I got a few. I've been writing them down all week. Why y'all just sitting there?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Oh, did y'all hear about Sony finally rebuttaling to the
Oh,
Xbox
buying
Activision-
Bungie.
Buying
Activision
Bungie,
deal?
no,
Yeah.
it's nothing, bro.
How was that nothing? They made Halo.
It still didn't. It didn't bounce the.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Halo is being ran by 343. That's it.
Yeah, but
Bungie don't got nothing to do with Halo.
what you think they gonna do with Bungie though?
Probably nothing. More probably exclusive Destiny 2 content or something.
Or maybe
That- but that-
they make Destiny 2 completely exclusive.
Yeah, I was trying
Probably
to say
not.
like I don't know how many people are playing Destiny 2, but I can almost guarantee you the large majority of them are on Xbox.
I guarantee Destiny 3 is gonna be a PlayStation exclusive.
Destiny 3.
Yeah,
No, but
What
like
you think it's not?
Destiny's a fun game. Like I'm gonna need you to really lay off Destiny.
Yeah,
Quite
bro,
honestly,
you like really
Yeah,
hating
like-
on
like you
Destiny.
really,
it's
really
just-
shit on it.
I played.
did
it.
you play the story mode or did you?
I played story. I played Crucible. I played Gambit. I can't.
Did you
do
play
it.
Crucible with people you actually can stand, or did you
Yes.
play it with some?
Yes, I played it with people who I knew and who I could stand, but yet to no avail. I can't be interested.
Who
Every
did you
single
pick?
time.
Like, what was your?
I was
your
a
class?
warlock. I was a warlock.
Well, that's because that
Can y'all-
doesn't fit
can-
your.
Can y'all explain Destiny? 'Cause
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know shit about Destiny.
I can explain Destiny because he ain't got shit.
Bruh.
So
You know what? Before you start, what is your light level?
my light level before I stopped playing, it was just under 200.
That's your season pass level.
Well, I don't know.
Your light level, like as in your armor, they increased the
Oh,
cap.
I think it was like 79. Right before I stopped. Maybe I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It's been a while since I played. It was for free, and I was working at GameStop at the time. So you do the math,
Bro.
Anyway, Destiny, you play the main character that you play as is known as a guardian.
Mm-hmm.
This guardian is paired with a ghost. It's like this little machine with its own like personality. It follows you around. This ghost keeps you alive, so to speak. Long time ago, there's this giant planet-like thing called the Traveler, and it kind of like bounces around the solar system. This particular time, it chooses the Guardian, and not the Guardian. It chooses the Guardian's planet or whatever, and now these Guardians can live forever. Like they can't die.
Right.
You got 3 different classes. You can be a warlock. What was the other 2? I don't know the
Titan
other 2. Yeah.
and there's a warlock, Titan, and some other class I forget.
Yeah.
But they also have subclasses now. That was new to Destiny 2
Yeah.
compared to Destiny 1.
And then like you get to create your own character. Like let's say you played the first Destiny and you liked a specific character, and you probably wanted to be more like that character. You could pick warlock, but you could also pick what race you want to be too. Like you could be like a robot, or you could be like a guardian, or you could be like this other beastly thing.
All right.
And it's a lot of fun. Like imagine Halo, but you
Halo
can
MMO.
I
But
always
Halo
but you
MMO.
can
I
pop.
always called it like Halo mixed with Borderlands.
Yeah,
Cause
like
it's a little
imagine
like
Halo, but
Borderlands.
you got like a super move every so often. Cause like with every
Yeah,
class,
that's Borderlands.
yeah, with every class you get like a slap your triggers, it'll save you or whatever. You know how that goes.
Right.
I enjoyed it for the time that I did play
You
it.
got any?
How
Y'all got
long
any?
did you play it?
I played it religiously for like a month and a half.
That's all?
Yeah, but I had to return the game. I was only borrowing it from GameStop.
Playing a game for an entire month is a feat these days.
Yeah,
bro.
especially
Yes, it is.
exclusively. Like,
Exclusively. If that's the only game you're
I
playing,
played for a month.
Yeah, that's
like
a-
every time I turned my Xbox on,
that's a long time to
It
be
was Destiny.
dedicating to a game these
and it was
days.
just story. Well, I wouldn't say it was just story mode, but it was story mode, and then I played I played a bit of the Crucible. But like
Shit.
you said, I mean,
I get bored of games so damn fast.
yeah,
I don't even know if I can make a game last a month no more.
Really?
I can't think of no game that lasted a month. The longest I've ever played a game in current time, probably maybe 2 weeks. Like, and that was Watch Dogs Legion, and I was no lifing that game.
Did you know that they end the services for Watch Dogs Legion recently?
Why?
I don't know. I think it's only because of the low player count. Same thing with Hyperscape.
How are you supposed to have a high player count if you don't? The game isn't even a multiplayer centered game. It's not even made for that.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a more co-op experience, but
But it wasn't co-op.
They're gonna keep the seasons. Oh yeah, that's right. Where is the co-op?
It wasn't even co-op. How
Yeah.
was supposed to be multiplayer and it wasn't even co-op? Like,
man,
you
that
couldn't play the whole
brings up-
game with your friends.
It brings up a perfect topic for like gaming in general. It's like there's so many answers to the co-op problem, and like being a consumer of video games, it kind of hurts my feelings like not seeing it.
Not seeing more co-op games.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like, dude. So it's just like, so what am I, chopped liver? So
It's
it's like
either-
it's fuck me, huh?
It's either single player or fucking multiplayer
Yeah,
or
competitive
battle royale.
multiplayer.
Or battle royale.
Fucking
It's like-
battle royale, bro.
Because we was talking about this. It wasn't this week. It was maybe like last week, but it was more like I said, this is like super wishful thinking. I have no faith that this is ever gonna happen.
Right.
But Nintendo making Breath of the Wild 2 co-op somehow.
That
My
was-
idea was this. This was the 2 ideas. At the very beginning of Breath of the Wild 2, because at the end of Breath of the Wild 1, you already had the Master Sword. Let's just say this particular game, the Master Sword, has a special ability, and you can call in help. So you get the Master Sword.
like in Dark Souls.
Yeah, so like you get the Master Sword immediately. Like as soon as the game starts, the Master Sword is yours, and your friends can hop onto your quote island. Like treat it like a Animal Crossing ordeal.
But that
Like,
can only happen if they follow the story from the last one.
I think they are just based off the information that we do have. They took the same exact map and just added the sky. Like you can now travel up into the sky now. and I'm pretty sure with that we can also swim, and with that we can also do a bunch of other stuff. Because in Breath of the Wild you can't swim.
Like what? Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
You can't.
What?
You can't swim.
Like you can't go underwater. You can jump in the lake. You can jump in Lake Hylia.
But you can swim.
Yeah, but what I mean is in other Zelda games you can go underwater, look for this chest, go and get this, go and get that. But in Breath of the Wild you couldn't go underwater.
It didn't need it though.
Yeah, it didn't because it was so much for you to see.
There was
on
so
the
much
surface.
other shit to do that swimming was definitely the lowest.
The least of your worries.
So what you're saying is the Zoras are completely wiped out?
No,
they're
there.
still in the game.
They're definitely
They're still
there.
in the game.
And you
Damn.
still get a water temple, but there's no swimming. You may be able to skate on top of the water like pretty fast.
If they did co-op, who would you play as then?
Another Link.
But the only way that would make
it's like,
sense is if they had that hat.
Right, then that
That
brings
hat.
me to the next point. Like,
It's like the not the Minish Cap, but like
Did
Four
it?
Swords Adventures on the GBA.
yeah, Four Swords.
Yeah, the Minish Cap. That was the one.
Was that co-op too?
Yeah, it was like 4 different. It wasn't co-op, but it was like 4 different
Yeah,
Zeldas.
it was 4 different Links.
Or was it 4 swords?
It was Four Swords.
Was it
Minish
both?
Cap was like how Link got his hat.
Yeah,
That was
but-
like an origin story for his hat.
yeah.
You
So
made a whole
the,
origin story for the nigga hat, bro.
Yeah, that's what it was.
so the whole
Not kidding.
That's funny.
the whole thing. Yeah, like so. The next point would be like multiplayer is locked until you complete the tutorial. Just like in
A lot
Breath-
of multiplayer games. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
just
that's-
like
that's
in
what they're
Breath of the
like.
Wild 1, where like you could not leave this plateau without getting the paraglider.
How about fuck co-op completely multiplayer like on some Genshin Impact shit?
What?
That'd be hard.
But what would you be doing?
Exactly.
You could team up with people. You could have like 5-6 different links with you, and you can go fight fucking Calamity Ganon 3.0.
Yeah, but you know how easy a Zelda game gets after a while. Imagine 6 seasoned players. Y'all killed everything on the map in 5 minutes.
I mean, plus if you want to experience like that, just play like Final Fantasy 14.
No, I want to play Zelda.
I'd rather
No, I want to play Zelda.
I'd rather like just imagining one of my homies jumping into the game, like another Link jumping in to help me look for some of this treasure that's around here or whatever. Like whatever he finds, we share a wallet.
Y'all
we
wouldn't
share.
be. Y'all wouldn't be able to separate that far though.
Well, yeah, you probably wouldn't be able to go that far, but or they shocked the world. That's why I brought up Animal Crossing, because it's like Animal Crossing. It didn't matter where the person was on your island.
You can still spawn in as long as
Yeah.
they accept the,
Yeah,
the
like
request.
it wouldn't slow down. Like everything, it's almost like the game existed on top of this island.
But it's only.
So it's
but
like-
that's Animal Crossing. That's not Breath of the Wild, where
Yeah,
you can
I
fly
know.
in the air and walk on land and
I-
probably go in the water in the second one.
I'm asking a lot based off what my base point is, but I guess what I want, I just want to be able to play a fun game that involves it like exploration with my friends.
I personally-
it's been a while since that's happened,
I personally think every game needs to be co-op, and it was
and,
weird.
and it should be.
Yeah, I
It
think
could be.
any game with a single player story needs to be co-op.
because
It's no
we
excuse.
experienced it already.
It's no excuse on why it shouldn't be.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of a game where co-op wouldn't work, and co-op could work in most games that are single player.
freaking Viva Pinata had fucking.
Yeah, even Viva Pinata had a fucking co-op.
Well, that's like a
mode.
party game.
But Ben
You know what I
10 had a fucking co-op. It wasn't even I mean, it probably was on the back of the box, but there was no indication that
it
could
was
play.
gonna be co-op just off the trailers and stuff.
Yeah, so it's like it was a game for the people.
It was on
tuning
GameCube.
in.
It was on GameCube.
Yeah, it was a game that me and my brother bought a long time ago. Like, it was on GameCube. We purchased it.
Didn't know it was co-op.
They had no idea. I think like it was like some freak accident. The 2-player controller was
Plugged in, you
plugged
press
in,
start, and then another
and
Ben
it
10
fell
just
off the-
appeared.
yeah, like it might have fell or something. A button was pressed and he popped up.
And he
it
just
was like,
a second Ben 10 just showed up.
and
bro.
like yeah, you got full access to all the aliens. You can do everything Player One can do.
And
I
when the
think
story, when the cutscenes would come up, it would just be one Ben 10.
It would just be one.
But then
You
as
would
soon as
just
the
have to
game started
press-
again, it's 2 of you again.
you would just have to press the button again and come back into the game.
Well, that's like arcade style co-op.
But
mean,
either way,
yeah.
either way, it was there. It
Right.
existed. That's the point we're making, bro. Even a game like Sleeping Dogs, that could be co-op. Maybe.
Could it?
Yeah. Why couldn't it be? You was in a gang, so you could have just played as one of the extra characters.
Cause like imagine it like this. Imagine a game as simple as Animal Crossing, and being as accessible across the board. So it's like how cool and how easy. Oh, your mic. How easy Animal Crossing made multiplayer and how much freedom it gave you
Right.
is kind of eye-opening, because it's like, yeah, I know it's Animal Crossing. It's not a Zelda game. You're not finding thousands of rupees and you're not flying all through the sky and loading in different crazy stuff all over the map. But it's like, if
And there was a
my
lot of NPCs in Zelda as well.
yeah, but
Like-
if my Switch, like whenever I'm just playing Zelda for this instance, if it just honed in on making my map, just make the map, and everything else can just like can just fall in whenever my partner gets here. Like I don't care
Well,
if a couple
it's
of
technically the same map because like
exactly, and on his
they
Switch,
can just drop in.
his map is brought up, so he can go do whatever he wants. He can probably spawn in over here in the Zora village, and I'm
I think it's kind
village.
of like probably like a Far Cry 5 kind of approach.
Yeah,
Where everything like depending on how much the player did, it's unlocked.
yeah.
But what if somebody beat the game and your homie didn't?
He can.
You'll still have everything.
Yeah, like I think the whatever you unlock should be attached to your player. Like, let's say I'm level 100 Link and you're level 14.
I don't think there would be levels.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But this is just
It would
you
just
know.
be stuff that
Or
you
think
have
of it
unlocked.
think of it like a Resident Evil co-op. Like you pretty much
Yeah.
have everything in Resident Evil 5.
Yeah.
And then
And
whenever
then-
I drop in, you just give me shit.
I can
whenever
give
I need
you.
it.
I can give you whatever.
Yeah, I
like
could give you whatever.
if I got 500 apples in my storage, I can give you 300.
Yeah,
real
because
quick.
Because you
I'm
get-
not gonna be using those 500.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
taking
gonna
up fucking
use them
space.
all.
You know, it'd be cool if you could hand over the Master Sword, but you hand it over yours, so every player only gets one Master Sword, and you can give it to your homie, and you can join his world and go get his. Like, go unlock his because you have enough hearts, but you gave him
Oh,
your
I see what you're
Master
saying.
Sword.
But I think the game would make it to where, because he doesn't have enough hearts, as soon as he grabs it, like even if I had the option to give it to you, because
die.
you don't have enough hearts, it's like you die
You
anyway.
just die. Damn, bro. I wish our audience knew a little bit more about video games, because I love talking about video games. We can talk about video games a lot.
Wait, so who doesn't know about video games? Like you say, our audience doesn't know about video games.
Well, you know, most of the episodes we've had, we haven't talked about video games. We talked about movies and shows and shit.
Yeah, but the same people who listen to video game content don't only listen to video game content. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, we can sprinkle it in here and there
Right.
every now and then. Like I still think co-op is possible for more games. Maybe not for all of them, but for more games that exist now, it should be easier to do co-op. Because it's like every time I think about it, I think of the experience that people have with Saints Row. Like your friend can hop into this city and cause havoc with you. When was the last time you was able to do that other than Grand Theft Auto?
And you really couldn't do that in Grand Theft Auto, because
And you really
Grand Theft Auto is
couldn't
not
do that.
co-op. Grand Theft Auto isn't
Exactly.
co-op
yeah,
at all.
yeah. Grand Theft Auto is like a free roam online kind of ordeal.
Like
Same-
you couldn't
like
even do at home missions, like offline missions with your friends in Grand Theft Auto, but you could in Saints Row.
But that's another example of a game that should have been co-op. It has the infrastructure to be co-op.
Yeah.
It has the characters to be co-op. I could just play as Michael, or I
Yeah.
could just play as Franklin.
Well,
Right.
they're with the new content that came out, it's kind of like that, but it's stuck to online only.
Kind
You
of
have
like
to
that.
you have to get an agency because you have to get some money for
But
it.
question:
Shouldn't have to
why
do
do I
that.
want to play as Franklin or Michael on?
No, Franklin Lamar.
Franklin Lamar.
I shouldn't
Yeah.
have to buy an agency. I shouldn't have to buy shark cards. I should be able to just buy the game on launch and join my homie.
Yeah.
That should just be it. I shouldn't have to do all that extra
You
shit.
still have GTA Online, but it's nothing to
No,
do.
but GTA
on
Online-
It's nothing to do.
It's nothing to
GTA
do.
Online is basically like it's like working a job.
Yeah.
GTA
you have to
Online.
grind.
You have to grind it.
GTA Online is either you got it or you don't. It's like
No, either you
If-
got it or you're finna buy it.
right,
That's what it is. It ain't
Yeah,
if you
it's
got
like
it or
it's
you
either
don't.
you know how to earn money quickly, or you're gonna have to buy shark cards,
or you're gonna fight for your
or
life.
even cheat. And you know what? I don't blame people cheating anymore in GTA Online. I really don't mind it.
Shit too expensive. Ain't
Yeah.
ain't like
Yeah.
a million shark cards like $20
Yeah, no. $1 million is $2, but
In
$8
real life.
million is like $60.
That doesn't even make sense.
Exactly.
Why wouldn't I just buy? Why wouldn't
Why
I
don't I
just
just
buy
keep
1
getting
million?
$1
And if you
$1
were to contact like Rockstar support, be like, I'm having a problem with my shark card purchase. Oh, well, we'll get to you right away. Unless if you would have like some other troubles. type shit. I remember seeing a tweet like resembling that. And I was like, damn, they just really said, fuck this customer having problems connecting to the server. We're going to help this customer get his shark cards.
You're one guy, and you're not spending no money. Fuck you.
You spending no more money. How do I even know you bought the copy?
Nigga, the buying the game was just a rite of passage. You still got to pay our bills. We've been living off this game for the last, 8 years?
It's about to be 9.
9 years.
Y'all think we're ever going to see GTA 6?
Hell
No, we're never going to see GTA 6.
Never going to see that.
No, they're going to release it as an NFT.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
It's going to be 10,000 copies only,
Yep.
and they're going to release it as an NFT. I can already see it. And niggas is paying for
gonna be-
GTA 6 NFT.
it's going to be 66,000 copies.
Nah, I think that'd be a crazy move on their part though, because it's gonna be somebody with crazy money.
Somebody's
that
going to
buys
do
them
it.
all.
Someone's going to do it.
That buys
it's either
all the
it's either going to
GTAs.
be a movie or it's going to be a game where it's like
You gotta buy it as an NFT if you want.
you got to buy the NFT if you're ever going to watch this movie.
Shit,
Only
now that I think
7,000 runs of this movie will ever exist. Oh,
What you about to say, Mike?
fuck.
Now that I think about it, a lot of the old GTAs kind of ripped off of old movies.
Yeah,
One of our cameras went off.
Hold on.
I think it's mine's. Mine's the only one who hasn't been touched.
Switch, bro. Yeah. But yeah, what were you saying?
So I feel like with the older GTAs like San Andreas, Vice City 3, they're all kind of based off like older movies, like gangster movies, 80s movies, and shit like that. So I feel like they're just kind of running out of movies to copy.
Nah, there's so many things that there's so many places they could go with GTA.
Yeah.
They haven't had a lady lead yet. Jimmy Hopkins still exists within the Rockstar universe. They don't have to make a new Bully. I would be cool with just having
Too bad
Jimmy.
Rockstar
You
Bully
haven't-
canceled Bully too.
They probably had to
You have
because of the state of the society right now.
No, it's not even that. It's only because of the fact that they were all on board with either Red Dead Online or GTA Online. They got all their staff from Rockstar UK to just focus on GTA Online.
I mean,
And
but
that's why
what-
games like
but
Midnight Club
why?
stopped existing too, because they wanted to focus on Red Dead 1.
But you got to think about how much money GTA Online is making. It's still a company. At the end of the day, they got to make that cash. I don't blame Rockstar for doing that.
yeah.
I'm not mad at Rockstar for dropping Bully or any other game to make money off this
sure
game.
they're cash cow.
Yeah, if this game is making them money, because you got to think if they're focused on these two games, they have to make money off these two games. If GTA or Red Dead ever just went away, now they're bankrupt. So they got to focus on what's making the money.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be bankrupt necessarily, but if they don't have a cash cow that's considerably making them money all the time, I'm not mad at Rockstar for canceling the game. I just wish they spread it out a little bit, like had more staff kind of just do their thing on Bully and have like a group of like 100 guys just work on Bully. We'll have this 600 more people work on GTA Online.
Yeah.
We'll have 100 people on Bully, 600 people on this game. And they should have did that. They should have did it like that. But I don't know. GTA 6 probably has been in the works for this entire time. But instead of just releasing a new game, they're just going to keep releasing DLC until people stop buying them.
Until people stop buying it.
But people are going to keep buying them.
It's free DLC technically.
It's free, but you need an agency and you need shark cards to get these agencies, or you need a bunker or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, like prime example. I had loaded into GTA Online like right when the nightclubs dropped. Like everybody was like, "Oh shit, you can own your nightclub," and the very first thing they tell you to do is go purchase a nightclub.
Yeah,
Nightclub was like,
It depends.
it was like 600 grand.
yeah, and it's like, but at the time, like you're a level
One, like if you're
yeah,
just
you're a level
jumping in,
15 thug, it's like I gotta really go. I gotta start robbing niggas. I gotta really.
You gotta
I'm not trying
grind
to
like
do all
the
that.
Fleesa,
and
do
you
some other
really,
shit.
you really can't grind the game like that. You can't just rob people. Not like if you're playing GTA roleplay. Like if you're playing GTA roleplay, you can really go rob somebody and come up off a devious lick for real. Like, but in GTA Online, you can't hold a nigga up and give me your money. You can't do that.
Right.
It's just not built to be like that. They want you to spend real money.
Yeah,
on
everything
fake money.
is like
Yeah, a lot of the good features that gave players a lot of money is taken out.
Right.
Yeah.
For one, you can't grind missions like
Switch,
the same
bro.
missions because they took out the replay button, so you can't replay the same missions unless you get out of the mission and do it again. There's no money trucks like how it was in the first the first couple of weeks of GTA Online. There would be a money truck that shows up every 5 minutes, and players would race to that truck and get like at least up to $4,000.
4?
$4,000 and Rooftop Rumble. It was a very broken mission. You could easily grind that mission, get like 30K, easy 30K right off the rip.
$4 grand is nothing in GTA.
I mean, but here's my thing. I have the same issue with what Red did when it first came out.
The economy was fucked up.
Yeah, even in GTA, like a fucking broken bottle is $300 if you go to Ammunition and buy it. These niggas just added the stun gun to the game, like officially.
A stun gun to Red Dead? How does that make
No,
sense?
No.
To GTA
Online.
Like it's always existed inside of the game, but online they always
it wasn't technically
it didn't technically exist. They always had to like mod it in. Like people had stun guns, but they were like fake stun guns.
Yeah, like they were like fake, like they modded them in. Like
they
weren't
modded them in.
Stun guns.
They weren't legit until like a couple, maybe I want to say maybe even a couple weeks ago, maybe at the bottom of the year last year.
Yeah, it was the last update.
Yeah, the last thing they added.
This makes me want to talk about just the state of gaming in general and how boring it's been lately.
Man, what? Man, game.
Y'all bored?
Yes, bro.
Shit, bro. You got to find the diamond in the rough.
What kind of diamonds do they have? Because I've been bored as shit of gaming. I haven't streamed in a while.
I've been playing Raft. I've been playing like the Tomb Raider games. I've been playing a lot of old shit.
But
That's old. Those are old.
Yeah,
games,
you're
though.
returning to.
But I also played the modern Tomb Raiders, and they're not bad either.
You're talking about Tomb Raider though. Like Tomb Raider is always gonna be okay. Like even if they came out with a Tomb Raider tomorrow, I'm not like, oh shit,
I gotta get Tomb Raider.
Yeah, but it's Tomb Raider.
It's female Nathan Drake.
Dying Light 2 is coming out in 2 days.
Yeah, bro, but I'm talking about currently
Dude,
today,
that's
February
one
2nd.
game. That's like one game.
I mean,
Stalker got delayed to December. I'm pissed about that. I wanted to get Stalker.
I just mean in general, gaming has been boring. As in, like, even the gaming content has been boring. Like, I've been watching gaming content pretty much my entire life, and it hasn't been to this point yet where it's just like, damn, I feel like there's nothing to watch. There's nothing to watch. There's nothing to play, and the stuff that there is to play is either old or I've played it before. Mm-hmm. Or I've seen it somewhere before. Like everything is copying each other. There's like every game want to be free to play now, so it's like they're focusing so hard on the multiplayer aspect.
Yeah, a lot of freemium content.
But they're not focusing on games that I actually care about, like fucking story mode games. Like I want to play story games. I don't want to play a bunch of fucking multiplayer games.
You should play that new Metroid game that just came out.
Metroid
Dread.
Yeah, Metroid Dread. I don't got a Switch, so I can't play it.
I will
get it.
I have a Switch.
I have a strip.
I have a Switch, and I haven't played it.
Yeah, Metroid Dread. Like I saw it and I wanted to play it. Animal Crossing is a lot of fun. I mean, it's like it gives you Viva Pinata vibes. It's just clean, fix, do what they ask you to do, pay your loans back, do this, do that.
Pay your loans back.
Yeah.
So pay your loans
they have
back.
that. They have that. You can take a loan out on bells.
Yeah. So when you first spawn in, Tom is like, "Hey, bro, I heard you was looking for an island to stay at. I set you up. Come shop with me." You go talk to Tom, and he's like, "I know you tired of staying in that little ass tent. Look, how about this?
I give you a whole island.
I give you 50 grand to upgrade your storage and your tent.
Oh yeah, I think
you
Stardew
just gotta
Valley,
pay me back."
I think I want to say Stardew Valley does the same thing too, but I don't fully remember. Mm-hmm. But Stardew Valley is definitely a good game to try out too. It's like Harvest Moon, but like a successor.
But what happens when you pay him back?
You just get like a do. Great, you paid your money back. See, I know you might be running out of space in that storage unit that I gave you last time. See, I'm fuck with you. I'm a fuck 150 bells out on you this time, and I'm gonna upgrade it twice. How you feel about that?
I feel like instead of Tom Nook, he's Tom Crook.
He's Tom the Crook.
He's robbing you. Right
hey man,
now.
at least you're not running into Mr. Resetti.
And then cause then he gonna ask you a bowl. He gonna ask you with his whole chest, like you gonna come in there and just come and get some information for the day. He'll come in. He'll be like, "Hey, come on my account. Let me talk to you. I'm trying to build a store. All right, and I need some material. I'm gonna need some wood. I'm gonna need some rocks, and I'm gonna need some of this shit. When you got all that, you let me know, bring them to me, and I'll build the shop. And then he send you on about your way. Like, whoa, wait. why am I helping you build your shop and I'm not even getting a discount? Like, nigga, you ain't tell me nothing was finna be half off. You ain't tell me I'm finna get no special perks. You just said that you want to build a shop and you recruited me to help you gather the material.
But you gotta also think inside of Animal Crossing.
Because he's letting you stay here for free.
And not even that, just inside of Animal Crossing, you're the only customer.
Well, no.
Technically.
Because it's almost like it's your job to go visit other islands to kind of get people to come stay on your island. Mm-hmm. So it's like Crook will be like, see, I would open up that store I talked about. But there ain't enough people visiting the island, man. If it was a couple more people visiting the island, then maybe I'll put up a
I'll make an arrangement.
Yeah, like
for you.
I'll see what I can do. I might be able to put the store up for you, but until I get me
who
some
knows
more
how
visitors,
long that'll last? Who knows?
Got it for you.
Damn.
And then he just hit you every time. Every time you turn the game on, it's like, hey, how you doing? You owe me this much.
That nigga signed the IRS, bro.
I completely
Signed the
forgot he
IRS.
does that.
He does like a morning check-in
man.
every time you turn the game on. Like right before it's like, all right, today is February 2nd. All right, so there was 2 new visitors. Congratulations. Get some more. And you got a new resident on the island. Congratulations. We got a couple holidays coming up, couple birthdays. None of that shit matter. Bring me my money. That's it.
That's crazy, bro. I want to play it.
Yeah, Animal Crossing is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
And they added new content.
They got all kinds of new stuff. But there used to be a glitch in it that people used to exploit, and Nintendo fucked them.
The turnip glitch.
Oh man, it's not very uncommon for Nintendo to be fucking people.
Yeah, so at first when the game first came out, people would time skip. Like they would go inside of their Switch, change the date, and like they'd be able to do certain things over and over and over again to kind of get cash.
Right.
Nintendo was like, all right, bet. If you ever change the time and date on your Switch, you're locked out of Animal Crossing for the next
however long you change it to.
Whatever you change it to, you're locked out.
You're locked out until then.
Can you at least make a new save?
And here's the rub about that. Every single Switch has one island. So if I have Animal Crossing on my Switch, the only island that any one of my friends can play on my Switch is my island. So if my girlfriend wants to play Animal Crossing,
she wants to make her own island.
She can't start a new island.
Damn.
She can become a resident on my island and do whatever the fuck she wants to do on my island. But you can't. It's only one island.
Can you delete the island?
I think you can. I think you can delete the island. Like you can delete the whole file and start a new one. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you will be able to like do the. You might be able to do the picking ceremony. I've never deleted my island because it's like when the game first starts, you get to pick. You don't necessarily pick what island you want. You just kind of pick the shape based off what you see. It's like, oh, this one looks pretty cool. You pick that one, and then I think based off. I think they're gonna. I can't remember whether it's random or if they ask you. They're gonna ask you like, what is your native fruit or blah 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 blah. I think it's random now that I think about it, but the only way you would get other people's fruit is if you was to go to other people's islands.
Yeah. Are you excited for any games? Either of you that's coming out?
You can go.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm excited about like rumored games. Like I haven't heard
anything that just caught your eye that just
oh
man, I gotta get it.
I haven't heard any news about Breath of the Wild 2, so
the only game that I think
Harry Potter.
I was just thinking that I was thinking of Harry Potter and Saints Row remaster.
Yeah,
I'm kind of excited.
It's not a remaster.
It is a remaster.
It's a reboot.
What you mean? What's the difference?
It's not they don't have the same characters in there.
Yeah,
there's no
reboot.
Gat, there's no Shaundi. None of them. It's just a completely brand new story.
And if they are mentioned, it's probably like in passing. Like,
but they're still. But
rest in peace, Johnny Gat.
No, they gotta talk about them because they're the leaders of the Saints. And
but they could be just ripping the whole story out of the ground and starting over.
They can't do that. They can't just start over.
Dude, they took us to space. We fought aliens.
They gotta mention it. they have to mention what happened in the old games, even if it's not the same game story or nothing. They have to mention it at some degree
Don't hold your
because
breath.
the Saints are the Saints. They had a international conglomerate of energy drinks, movies, toys, and everything. You can't just
This was before
You can't-
Saints. This was on Saints Row 3, but beforehand Saints Row 1 and 2, they were on some real gangster shit.
yeah. But Saints Row 3 was canon, so that's what happened to the Saints.
We could have just stepped into the multiverse of the Saints.
No, man, hell no, bro. I got enough multiverse shit. They have to
also,
at least mention it. They have to at least mention it.
I don't want to retcon Saints Row 3. Like, it's fun. Nor Saints
Yeah.
Row 4. Like, I will count
I
those.
enjoy-
Saints Row 4 is ass.
I'm
That's
not
the
gonna like
superpower,
dismiss
Yeah.
those two.
Saints Row 4 is
but
ass.
the first two is like the true nature of Saints Row.
There is no true
Like
nature
gang,
of Saints Row.
gang territories and shit like that.
No,
Not
I
like
see what he's saying.
cartoony shit.
I see what he's saying.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
but Saints Row 3 still had that. It just was a little bit more
It was
like.
it was very cartoony, kind of parody.
But they
you know?
It was feeling itself a little more.
But they have to separate themselves from Grand Theft Auto. Otherwise,
and they
people-
already did.
they did that with Saints Row 3, but they had to keep separating themselves from that because of the sales.
Because it's like they had to do something to make themselves
Stand out as
They
a
had
game.
to.
They
'Cause
had
it's
to
like-
give themselves their own identity.
I mean, I guess, but you
Having-
can say the same thing about True Crime as well.
I
That's
mean,
not,
but-
that's not a GTA clone. Like, that's True Crime. Like, they had some real stories going on in there, original stories.
But look at it like this: Saints Row had a lot of things that made it different from Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
But people still kept putting them side by side.
Yeah, they would always
so
be
they
like, "Oh,
they had to go crazy. Like, of course, a 14-foot dildo bat. Put that in the game.
Saints Row, fuck GTA would never. GTA would never do that."
Put a murderous giant disco cat in the game. Hell yeah.
space
Hell
equipment
yeah.
in there.
Put
Put
space
flying
equipment
shit in there.
Give them
Look what they did.
superpowers. They went crazy.
Give
They
them
went crazy.
alien weapons.
They
Look-
lost
and
their,
look what
they
happened
lost
now.
their
But it
minds.
worked for Saints Row. Though.
Get Keith David. Yeah, they like him.
GTA would never get Keith David. They
Know the
couldn't
North.
afford.
Know
they
the
couldn't
North.
afford-
Get him on the phone now.
Actually, make him one of the playable characters' voices.
Playable character. Ah!
But nah, bro, like they had to do that.
They had
Otherwise,
to.
it's
They
gonna
didn't have a choice.
even True Crime gets compared to GTA.
And I don't get it.
I even compare True Crimes to GTA.
Oh, so you're saying that Sleeping Dogs is
Every
like
time,
GTA.
every time
Yes,
every
bruh.
time I explain
Bruh,
every time I explain Sleeping Dogs to anyone, I say it's Chinese GTA.
but
I said, but
GTA had a Chinatown Wars game. It was-
Yeah,
but
but that's
look
that's
at
a
it.
DLC game though.
That's not a DLC. It's a standalone game. I think it was on GBA.
But,
or
okay.
PSP. I forget which one.
look at it like this:
All right.
Sleeping Dogs could have easily been called Grand Theft Auto Hong Kong.
It could have, bro. Come on, you gotta
They
be,
could.
you gotta be.
You
could
have called it GTA Hong Kong. Changed absolutely. You didn't have to change nothing about the game.
The thing about
Well, no, you would have had to
played-
change a little bit.
it
if it was
played
gonna be
the
the
thing about
same-
Chinatown Wars though, like it was held in Liberty City. It connected with I think GTA 3 because of the fact that there was the triads in Liberty City.
Yeah, but that's Chinatown. That's not actually
That's
China.
not like actual
It's not-
Hong
that's
Kong.
not
like
actually
Sleeping
China.
Dogs.
Yeah, but every time I explain the point is that anybody that explains Sleeping Dogs to a nigga that doesn't know shit about gaming, you be
always
like,
say-
it's basically GTA in China.
yeah.
And it is basically GTA in China, but it's got its own.
actually-
it has its own identity. Don't get me wrong.
It definitely-
Sleeping Dogs has its own feel, but
Bro, this is
still.
like Skyrim with guns all over again.
No, that's
That's
different.
ridiculous.
That was ridiculous.
That's
Whenever
ridiculous.
whoever
And you know
said
what?
that was ridiculous.
He got what he deserved too.
what
What
game
what
were they
happened?
saying was Skyrim with guns? What game was that?
It was Far Cry 3.
How the
was
fuck
Far
is
Cry
that
3.
How is Far Cry 3 Skyrim with guns?
Yeah, the guy who said Skyrim with guns, he got what he deserved.
Oh, he got fired?
Yeah, no, he got fired because of the fact I told you about the whole roost, like the funhouse shit.
Yeah.
I told you about that. That was one of the guys.
Oh, you talking about Adam Kovic?
Yeah, he
Damn.
said that.
He's the
He's the one who
He's
fucked
the
us up. And I'm
Skyrim
like,
with
you know
guns?
what? I don't feel sorry for you. I really
Damn.
don't.
I don't even know what happened with that. With him getting fired from Funhouse. What happened with that? The whole Rooster Teeth shit. You still remember?
It was. I think Adam Kovic, right? One of them was engaging with fans, and one of them engaging, like sexual activity.
He was fucking his fans?
Yeah, and one of them was fucking an e-girl while he had a wife, kids, like a full family type shit.
The whole family.
Just like Shay Carl.
I think so.
Y'all remember Shay Carl?
Fucking Shay
You remember
Carl.
Shay Carl? What was his channel called?
It was just Shay Carl, but like he was the creator of like Maker Studios.
Shay Carl.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Until he sold it to Disney.
He had a family vlog channel.
Yeah.
What was it called? It wasn't called Shay Carl. It was called like the Shay Family or something like that.
Yeah, I forget.
It was something. It was a huge YouTube channel back in the day, and he was fucking his fans too. And he ended up fucking a bitch while he was still married. And people like, bro, you got a whole family channel, and you fucking this motherfucker right here. Like, what the fuck you got going on over here?
But our favorite YouTuber Felix did it, but he did it once. And
Felix.
They
What?
PewDiePie. He married one fan.
But that wasn't a
And that
fan.
was Marcia.
That wasn't a
I
fan.
think Marcia was
She
a fan.
knew PewDiePie before he was PewDiePie.
Oh, dead ass?
He was PewDiePie, but he wasn't PewDiePie. He was PewDiePie, bro. He was PewDiePie.
Like,
before he was HugiePie, he was PewDiePie. He was before he was
PewDiePie.
He was PewDiePie, bro. That ass, and he only made it to 100 million because of her. And it's not because she did anything. It's just because he was married, bro. It's that energy.
Yeah.
It's that energy that brings it to you. That good energy that brings it to you. You know, I don't know. I ain't married, but I feel like fucking with a bunch of different people can fuck up your flow for real. But
Yeah,
you
of
still
course.
needed something to fuck, so you gotta get married.
Yo, chill.
But it's facts though.
You need to relax.
But it's facts though.
It's not.
It's nothing wrong with. It's nothing
It's
wrong
a distraction
with what
from your
being in a
content.
relationship.
I'm just
It's a distraction from. That's how you feel, Mike.
maybe.
Is that how you really feel?
Not really.
Nah, he feels like that for real. He just doesn't want to. He doesn't want to get hit by the Twitter people.
Hit me.
All right, I'll say I got them set. Shit.
Yo, like at me right now.
But no, man. Yeah. So wait, he got fired because he was fucking Vans?
What? Yeah, I think it was him. It was either the E-girl. I forget which one.
Were they of age?
I couldn't tell you.
Let's assume they were of age. Why get fired for that? What's wrong with fucking fans?
Bruh.
If they're of age? And
It would look.
Let's
like,
just assume-
it would look like you're exploiting.
Yeah.
people.
you're exploiting your
People
your
say
audience.
it's like
You're
people
exploiting
say it's
your
like a
audience.
power dynamic, so to
Yeah.
say, and I'm just like,
How?
'Cause
It's-
it's
like-
like two human beings.
Because
you know
to
what I mean?
some people,
I didn't ask for
it's-
this.
You didn't, but to some people, they look at it like, yeah, you may not have asked for this fame and fortune, but there's no damn way that person would have said no to you because of who you are.
So?
Like they're such a big fan of your work, so there's no way they would have told
But
you no.
let's just
now,
assume.
yeah, now that you mentioned it, that does make sense.
but
to me.
let's
Yeah.
just
I just didn't understand it.
let's take the fame out of it. Just being rich can get a bitch to sleep with you.
Yeah, but-
That's enough for a lot of people. Is that still a power dynamic? No.
yeah, no, but
Oh, yeah,
you're
no,
not.
she's
But
controlling your
that
wallet.
person isn't a fan of you.
She's just a
You
fan
see what I'm
of your
saying?
money.
That the person that you paid to have sex with.
No,
or the
you didn't
person,
pay her.
You
You
probably
you're
didn't
just
pay
a
her.
known rich man.
Yeah, you're just a known rich man. She's not a fan of you. You just got money.
Yeah.
It's different because it's like he could fly me out. He could do this. He could do that.
He can
but
take
it's
me
like,
out to dinner.
But if you're a fan of PewDiePie
And he's like, I want to fuck.
yeah,
You probably gonna be like, hell yeah, let's
hell
do it.
yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Whether you're trying to trap a baby or whether you're trying to do whatever you're doing.
What was her name? Like she did she wrote a book about like trapping a basketball player or some shit.
Brittany Renner.
Yep, that's her.
Is that the Hide Your Boys girl?
I've been watching a
Yeah.
lot about Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner's a genius, bro.
But yeah, she
bro.
also
Can't hate
owned
on it,
Fresh
bro.
and Fit recently. That shit
She was on
funny.
Fresh and Fit and Off the Record.
Yep.
She was on Off the Record with Fresh and Fit. And people like to bring up that clip where she was like, what the fuck did she say? She said, you try to protect people from women like me, so explain women like me. And they went silent for like 2 seconds. But if you watch the entire podcast, bro, it wasn't even like she destroyed them.
Yeah.
They kind of destroyed her throughout that podcast, if I'm gonna be honest. Like when they were speaking to each other, they were agreeing with each other on a lot of things.
But she held her own, and that's what kind of like made it
But
funny.
they didn't go crazy on her either. It wasn't.
didn't?
It wasn't like they fucking said anything revolutionary. They weren't saying anything that was off the. Yeah, but it wasn't like they destroyed her in that whole interview. It was pretty even on both sides. I liked it.
I mean, but the thing is, what I've learned about guys is regardless of who, it doesn't really matter who you are. This right woman will soften you up. So it's like you said, if Brittany Renner's if I'm picturing the right person in my head,
that's PJ Washington, bitch.
She's a pretty woman.
Yeah.
And this is a podcast full of guys. I'm right.
What do you mean?
When she the podcast that she owned, Fresh and Fit.
Fresh and Fit is 2 dudes, and it's normally 6 to 7 girls sitting there with them.
Oh,
Off the
that's
streets.
Fresh and Fit.
That's
Off the
Fresh and Fit.
streets.
I've only seen like
No, it's not off the streets.
You told me it was off the
It's
streets.
not off the streets.
You told me it was
I
off the
didn't
streets.
tell you that. I wouldn't
told
tell
me
you
that.
that because that's not true. I wouldn't
Look,
have told
like
you
I
that.
said,
Nah,
I don't watch those.
That's a show
bozos.
though.
Yeah.
Just 2 niggas with a podcast and
Full
go
of
get
bitches?
6 people off the street
Fi-
every day.
but it's not
every
off the
episode?
street.
I'm
It's
just
not
saying.
off the
I'm
street.
just saying.
They DM. Okay, the way it works is, they DM Fresh and Fit, and they choose the girls that live in Miami based on their page and what they look like and what they do and whatever. They have a team, like they have a dude that goes through. They don't fly anybody out, I don't think, but from what I
They'll
know,
fly the right people out.
they do fly people out sometimes. I would say that, but they have to be worthwhile. They have to be worth the investment to do so. Otherwise, it's like, why do that? You can just find 6 Miami hoes, and then we got a great episode just from this, and they ain't got to pay them. I mean, I'm sure they maybe
Pay them in snacks.
They probably don't pay them. They probably just pay for their transportation.
Come on.
They just
Not only
make
that,
sure they
probably
get
give
there.
them
and back.
alcohol or make them say
Yeah,
some
they
off-the-wall shit.
be drinking. They be
Yeah,
asking
'cause-
them questions, making them look stupid all the time.
It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff that people
They had Kevin
will
Samuels.
do. It's a lot of stuff people will do for you if you give them some food and put a camera in their face.
Yeah, and it gives them clout too. So
Yeah.
they don't pay them in money. They just pay them in.
We'll put your Instagram in the description.
No.
In the description?
No, they don't even do that.
I know. I'm
They
just-
they let you say it in the
Yeah.
beginning of the stream. It's a live stream, by the way. It's not a podcast until it's done.
It's a live show.
So you can't go rewatch it
Yeah,
until it's over.
It's technically a live show.
It's a live show.
It's a live
It's
show.
but it's a podcast though. It's a podcast. It's a live podcast. And I don't want to go live for that reason alone, but I want to go live just because, I mean, I've been live a lot. I stream a lot, so it's just like if we take this show live, it might be kind of cool because we could talk about current events, and we won't be behind on shit. We'll be able to actually talk about what the fuck is happening throughout the week if we do it
I
live.
just love putting crazy edits in.
We can do that too. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking the edits and all that.
I'm trying to do like the Jarcast approach.
You gotta
But,
have.
but
those
we can
crazy-
still do that though. We could take the VOD and make it subscriber only, and then download that and still edit it. We can still edit it for YouTube. We don't have to leave it just as a VOD.
You don't have to stay unedited.
Yeah, it don't gotta stay unedited. It can still get edited. Like, are you against that?
No.
Yeah, it was like there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, they like it was marketing when they posted that Brittany Renner clip. It wasn't shit. That whole podcast, I watched the entire thing. No, I listened to it. I was at work. I listened to the entire thing. It wasn't all that.
Yeah.
It's nothing worth talking about.
No. It's the same. Like if you watch Fresh and Fit, it's the same thing that they've
It's
been
the
talking
same
about.
podcast.
It's the same thing they've been talking about since.
Be like, yeah, I'm gonna teach you how to be a true alpha. All right, I'm gonna.
That's
teach
not
you.
even what they be talking about. Do you know what they talk about on Fresh and Fit?
That's all I hear is like talking about like how to be a better man or be an alpha male or some shit.
They don't say anything about being no alpha male, so you can stop saying that shit. That's not even what the show
Bro, they
is
be smoking on
about.
some bozo pack, or especially with the damn copyright strikes they've been dishing out.
How do you feel about these two dudes, bro?
Bro, I just don't like how they're abusing copyright law. Like shit's fucking, it's retarded.
Do you know anything about them two? Do
No.
you know anything about Fresh or Fit,
No.
bro? So one of them used to be a cop, and the other one, I don't know what this other dude did. I'm gonna be honest. Fresh is not as interesting as Myron is. The other guy, he's a lot more flagrant. He's a lot more out there. He'll talk shit and won't give a fuck. But Fresh is a lot more reserved, and he won't really. I don't know, man. Fresh is kind of unnecessary, if you ask me. When it comes down to that show, I think the show would be cool with just Myron and the other bitches and the other bitches. To be honest, he kind of carries the show. To be honest, and that sucks to say because they're a duo, but they kind of got like a Ray Shrimmer thing going on, and Myron is Sway Lee. Myron is Sway Lee, even though it's called Fresh and Fit, and it's his show. You don't do good with running your show. I'm gonna be honest, and I've seen plenty of episodes, so I have a little bit of legs to stand on when it comes down to talking about these niggas. But you know,
I feel like I can actually say something because my opinion actually matters.
no, I wouldn't say it like I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying
Is it because he ate the cheese sauce?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is it because he ate the cheese? But no, I just actually sat and watched a lot of their shit. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately, so yeah, interesting.
Now the real question is like maybe later down the line, you think people will be like, this guy carries this show, Cafe Kidor.
No, I don't think so because we all bring our own energy to the show.
I don't know if you've realized, it's like for every episode, it's almost like the conversation rotates. It's like you guys will speak, we'll speak, the group will speak, and then it'll probably be here, and then it'll be there, and then it'll be here again. It kind of just
it'll always be someone that people lean towards more, but
just what you get with three people.
But you have to understand that our show's dynamic. It's not the same as theirs. Their show is about the hoes they bring on, and our show isn't about who we bring on.
Yeah, because think about it. You wouldn't know Fresh and Fit outside of the other podcast duos if it wasn't for the 9 women they bring onto the show.
And they're not just average bitches. They're bad hoes. They're bringing bad bitches onto the show.
Bad bitches go to Miami almost every week.
Or they live there with their sugar dads. Which is the funny thing about that show, bro. That nigga Fresh ruined his image because he brought a sugar baby onto the show as his girlfriend. Damn. And he thought he was stepping on niggas with that bitch. And she was just with him for the clout. The way they met was on a boat. They met on a yacht. He invited her out to the yacht, and then he explained that shit. He explained it. He didn't even realize that he was being finessed until after academics pointed it out. He was like, "Damn, I don't even practice what I preach." They talk about not getting finessed by women, and then he brought a known finesser onto the show that showed everybody that was finessing him
and called her girlfriend.
Called him her girlfriend. No, he said, "No, I'm just feeling her out. We're vibing. We're cool." Shut the fuck up. You know that. You was like, I can't wait to show my mom her. She's not from Miami. She isn't from Miami, so she hasn't been tainted by the Miami. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Bro, you got finesse. You ruined the brand. And Myron, kick him off the show. That's all I gotta say.
Be on some Joe Budden shit. Just kick him off.
Just kick him off and just you. Just be you.
His ass, dude.
That nigga used to be kicking niggas off the show. He be kicking hoes off the show. He be stalking the shit. I like that show. I can't hate on it. I just don't think Fresh is necessary.
So it's just fit.
Just fit. Just Myron and
Myron fit. Myron fit.
Fuck's sake, man.
The MF podcast.
The MIT podcast. Oh man.
Oh shit.
I swear, if he drops Fresh, it changes his name to the MF podcast.
I need some royalties after that. I need something, bro. Because I know it was my fucking idea, bro.
Got to.
No, they're gonna copyright strike us, bro.
Y'all seen A$AP Rocky and Rihanna?
I heard about that.
I won't believe nothing until Rihanna say he's the baby daddy. And why
would they have a photo shoot together with her pregnant baby, with her pregnant stomach visual?
Fashion is one hell of a thing these days.
What'd you say, Mike?
But I thought it was an on the street kind of photo, like just public type shit.
They were out in the cold.
They didn't take maternity pictures.
Those were their maternity pictures. That was their pictures. They took those pictures. It wasn't like they got caught out in the open.
No.
They didn't get caught out in the open. Those were the pictures that they took of them to show that she's pregnant.
Well, when the baby get here, I'll clap it up.
I mean, I just think it's pretty crazy because I know Chris Brown's punching the air right now. That's supposed to be me.
That's not
my $1 billion.
That's not Chris Breezy.
That wasn't very Chris Breezy of you.
Have you ever seen the audition tape for Snoop Dogg and what's it called, Boys in the Hood? When he's reading the script and then he does like the weirdest thing afterwards. Like he says his line and he says,
Oh, this is after finding out that his girl was pregnant.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember
So
that
he's like,
scene,
and then he like pouts. I think he goes and lays on the couch. I'm not sure if that's what happens.
Did he
in
get the
scene.
part?
No, of course
No.
not. Of course
Bro,
not.
he's not in the. It was
He's
Cuban
not.
Gooding, Ice Cube, and others.
Snoop Dogg was never in Boys in the Hood. He definitely auditioned though.
Does he have acting?
Yeah,
Accolades?
He was in.
I know he was in Soul Plane.
The Wash.
Bad Boys.
He was in what?
Not Bad Boys. Baby Boy. Fuck.
What'd you say, Chris?
Hot Boys.
What's that?
Master P.
Yeah.
Hot Boys with Master P.
Yeah.
What
He
else
was
was
in
he?
there,
I feel
Baby
like
Boy.
I feel like
Snoop Dogg's-
he was in Baby
He was-
Boy.
he was
Yeah,
the
he
baby
sure
daddy
was
in
in
Baby
Baby
Boy.
Boy.
Yeah. But he was also in The Wash with Dr. Dre and Franklin Clinton.
Yeah.
The Wash. What's that about?
The Wire, you mean?
No, The Wash.
The Wash.
Okay.
Where like they had a. Okay, so their manager got kidnapped, and they have to get the ransom money. But yeah, they got.
He got kidnapped by Eminem.
No, it was not by Eminem. It was from Franklin Clinton and some other guy. I forget his name, because like Franklin Clinton was in that movie.
Mm.
I'll show you a couple of scenes just to show you, but that's basically the plot of the movie. They have to like get their boss because of the fact that he got captured.
That's
He
crazy.
got kidnapped.
It sounds like Next Day Air, but without the kidnapping boss. And the kidnapping boss is the dope was delivered to the wrong apartment.
Yeah.
I want to ask something. Who's a really bad actor that y'all know of that has a lot of movies?
That does a lot of
They
acting.
got a lot of They got a lot of acting, but they're really bad at
But
acting.
they're not so good at the acting.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, you go ahead. Who's yours?
I got to give it to The Rock.
What?
The Rock is not a good actor at all. The
Oh,
Rock is
man.
a bad actor.
He is.
Have you not seen Ballers?
No, I haven't.
It's really good.
But I
will
saw
say-
all the Kevin Hart movies that he was in.
Nah,
Yeah,
but
no, you should
those.
just watch
yeah,
Ballers.
but okay. So what I've learned about The Rock is there are different forms of his acting.
Yeah.
Like there's like Scorpion King level where like he shouldn't have done this, and then there's like.
But that kind of launched him though.
I mean, yeah, but did it launch him because the CGI was so bad?
No, it's just that was like
yeah.
one of his first movies. Though.
Yeah, like The Rock is on screens on TV.
I thought he was just a
I
wrestler.
thought he was just a wrestler.
He's my favorite wrestler, but he's not a good actor.
But yeah, I mean, like I can feel you if you basing it off of like the Lifeguard reboot and all of the Kevin Hart.
Oh, you're talking about
movies.
Baywatch.
Baywatch
Yeah,
was bad.
like if you're basing it off Baywatch, but even if you was to step back and like
He made two of
Watch.
the same movies. He made Skyscraper, and then what was that other one? What was that other movie that was literally the exact same movie? He played the same character and everything. I can't even remember.
I enjoyed the game plan. I enjoyed that movie,
yeah,
and I enjoyed his performance in Ballers. That was a good show, and it was fit for The Rock because he used to play football.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's easy to play. It's easy to play a character when you're built for that character.
No, but
I mean,
but
but he acts a lot
there's-
in a lot of movies he shouldn't be in.
there's more to it than just like playing football. You know, he's like a retired football player, and he's kind of just babysitting like the younger guys. Like he's
Yeah,
trying
like-
to get because like he works at a dealership, and he kind of just retired after that.
Yeah, I
type
think
shit.
like
He's like a washed up kind of like football player in the show.
people started looking at The Rock like different after Ballers.
But I'm gonna be honest. The only time that I've enjoyed The Rock in a movie personally was Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
Well, and I think I only like him in Fast and Furious because I have a bias to Fast and Furious. They can make 20 Fast and Furious, I will watch every single one. But I liked him in Fast and Furious. That was a The Rock movie. That was a Rock movie. Like he's perfect for that setting, the action, fighting, spy movie shit. He's perfect for that because he's a hero.
Yeah.
That's the kind of person that The Rock is.
Okay,
and he
all
plays
right,
a lot of heroes, but
I'm-
sometimes he just got some bad performances.
I'm glad you said that because I watched Red Notice the other day. It is Ryan Reynolds. I can't remember the chick's name, and The Rock. So basically, spoiler alert to anybody who hasn't seen it, but it's like even with me saying what I'm about to say, still gonna watch it. It's like a heist movie, so to speak, but it's like twist after twist after twist. So it's like the main character is this super thief, and The Rock is playing the cop. And these two have to team up to find this third thief who's stealing the super priceless item, and it needs to be delivered somewhere secret before the movie ends. Plot twist: The Rock is also a thief, and he's married to that girl, and it's like it gets crazy. But
his
performance, like I had a good time watching both of them play off each other. Like it was Ryan Reynolds. It was a buddy cop film, but it wasn't a buddy cop.
I think I know what movie you're talking about. The one where I know he was in a couple movies with Ryan Reynolds though.
You sure?
Yeah, he was in Hobbs and Shaw.
Ryan Reynolds wasn't in Hobbs and Shaw.
Ryan Reynolds wasn't in Hobbs and Shaw? I think he was their point of contact in Hobbs and Shaw.
I think I remember that one.
I don't know. You said the movie was called Red Notice?
Red Notice, yeah.
I don't remember no fucking Red Notice.
It's on Netflix.
No, it wasn't a Netflix movie then. That's not what we're talking about then. That's a different movie. I'm thinking of a different movie.
Yeah. But I like The Rock in a lot of the things that he performs in. And I feel you when you say, like, there are certain roles that The Rock ain't got no business being in. Like, the Tooth Fairy. The Tooth Fairy was funny. It was funny. But it was only funny because The Rock was a Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
It could have been a better movie if any other actor, such as Ryan Reynolds or somebody,
somebody that is a comedic actor.
Yeah, like someone who is a comedian and who would probably fit inside of a tutu or whatever.
I think Kevin Hart would have killed that role.
That would have been hilarious.
He would have killed.
He would have been a great Tooth Fairy.
Yeah,
but
he would have killed.
I think this was before Kevin Hart's career started.
Nah, Kevin Hart been in movies when Tooth Fairy came out. He was still kind of.
What year did Tooth Fairy come out?
We were young.
We were young, but Kevin Hart had a career. He just wasn't Kevin Hart.
Yeah, I know he wasn't Kevin Hart.
He had an acting career. He had a couple movies. Because wasn't he in Soul Plane?
Yeah, he was in that movie. But he was also in superhero movie. He was in a lot of parody movies.
Yeah, but he's a comedian. It's perfect for him to be in a parody movie.
It came out in 2012. No, 2010.
Yeah.
Tooth Fairy?
Yeah.
When did Race to Witch Mountain come out? Wasn't that The Rock movie too?
I think that was inside of the same year. Let's see.
Don't get me wrong though. I like The Rock as a guy.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's that good of an actor.
Great.
And I think a lot
that
of
was 2009, and then they did a second. They did a race. What was it? Race to Mystery Mountain was like number 2 or some shit.
There was a second one.
There was a second one.
Yeah, that shows how ass that movie really was. If I didn't
but
know.
I will say this. I didn't like his performance in certain movies, but I still enjoyed it when it's necessary. Like there's certain parts, like nobody else could have played Hobbs better than The Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like from the, I mean, like, who would you put in there?
Who else could have played Hobbs?
I mean,
I'm not gonna say nobody else could have played Hobbs
for the Fast and Furious franchise.
Like, I can't think
of a star base that Fast and Furious brings, and put somebody else as Hobbs, just as muscular and can go toe to toe with Vin Diesel.
I can't think of anyone like off the top of my head, but I'm not gonna say nobody could have been Hobbs. I don't think. Not how. Okay, you know how Tom Holland is the perfect Spider-Man?
Yeah.
The Rock is not the perfect Hobbs. Somebody else could have played Hobbs and it still would have been the same movie. That's all I'm saying. Who do you think is better though? John Cena or The Rock? As an actor. Not as a wrestler, but as an actor. I think they're both pretty corny as far as like their acting style.
Yeah.
But as far as like who's more enjoyable to watch, I personally think John Cena has more range. But what do you think?
Given that The Rock was actually no, John Cena kind of started early in terms of like his acting career. He started in Ready to Rumble with like David Arquette back in like 2000s.
Yeah.
So maybe you're right that John Cena has more range because he has like that outgoing personality.
But wrestling,
same with like The Rock.
But like wrestling to films was like the next step, and it was like after The Rock did it, everybody wanted to do it.
Yeah,
so it was like, John Cena did it first.
Yeah, it was John Cena. Well, it was not John Cena first.
Who got in the movie first?
I want to say Hulk Hogan.
But niggas didn't really start getting into movies after being wrestlers until it was either John Cena or The Rock. Like
who was the strike box? Like who was the nigga to do it 4 times in a row?
Yeah.
Like who started
how
the
many
Blazing
wrestlers
Trail?
do you know had their own reality show? Like Hulk Hogan.
But Hulk Hogan doesn't count. I mean Hulk Hogan. But what's the name doesn't a reality TV show doesn't count as acting. Although you're told what to do every day is not
acting. Yeah, that's not a character. He's playing Hulk Hogan.
He's being Hulk Hogan. He's not even playing Hulk Hogan.
He's just being Hulk Hogan.
Hogan.
I don't think
At home,
I don't think a
in his
reality
do-rag.
show counts. I don't think reality show counts when it comes down to acting. And I don't think John Cena or The Rock were in reality shows.
No, they weren't.
And I don't know. I feel like
John Cena was damn show in Total Divas.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He damn show made an appearance.
I forgot about that damn show.
He damn show made it. He made like a
Damn.
brief appearance because he was marrying one of the twins.
One of the Bella twins.
Yeah, he was marrying one of the Bella
Well,
twins.
it was kayfabe. It was a kayfabe marriage.
What does
I
that
think-
mean? What does that mean?
Fake marriage.
Oh, okay.
Something
oh,
like
like something for TV.
Yeah,
no,
some
no, no.
shit
I
for
thought it was
TV.
happening like in. No, because the fake marriage was happening in the ring.
Yeah.
Remember, they were getting married in real life in the TV show, like in Total Divas.
Mm.
They was getting married in real life, and then inside of the show, I think one of the twins was marrying Daniel Bryan or some shit. It was
Yeah,
a
one
very
of them actually married
convoluted.
Daniel Bryan. I forget which one though.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
been
know.
a minute.
But yep, I think we might have seen his foot or his arm or something.
Mhm.
Still never answered the question.
Who would I choose?
Who's a better actor?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He wasn't in the conversation. He
Oh,
wasn't in the conversation.
I'm just.
But as far as acting, is he really standing up there with The Rock and John Cena?
I think he's only been in one movie.
Stop it, bro. Stop it. He's not even on the same caliber as John Cena or The Rock. So we can't even talk about Stone Cold. He might be the same caliber in the wrestling world, but he not the same caliber in the real world.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be the tiebreaker, Mike, because I'm gonna have to give my vote to The Rock.
You give it
Only
to The
bec-
Rock?
I'll have to give it to him because of, it's like, to me, John Cena is like white people corny, and he's white people funny. For The Rock, he's as close to wrestling black people funny as you're gonna get.
But John Cena, you right. John Cena is white people.
You see what I'm
funny
saying?
and
Like
white people funny.
the Rock can make, like, in Baywatch specifically, when somebody had made a sculpture of him like out of sand, and he was like, make sure that dick bulge is bigger, and he ran off. So it's like, but if John Cena did something like that,
it wouldn't be as funny.
it wouldn't be
been
as funny
creepy.
to me because you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
But like when The Rock said it, was like,
Of course. The Rock said that.
you know what I'm saying?
Of course he said that. He's a black man.
Yeah, so we
Well,
all
he's
agree it's
Samoan,
The Rock.
Huh?
We all agree it's The Rock.
No, I said John
you still-
Cena.
you still say
He-
John
he's
Cena?
just
still
because
saying
he's
Cena.
corny doesn't mean he's not a better actor overall. I think overall he's a better actor than The Rock. I'm gonna say I enjoy John Cena's movies more than I enjoy The Rock movies. I enjoy Rock roles, certain The Rock roles, but I don't enjoy all of them. When I watch John Cena in a movie, I never question if I'm gonna enjoy his performance, even when he's in a shitty movie. Like I can't remember what that movie was called. I think he was a fireman with Michael
Playing
Keaton.
with fire.
With Michael Keaton, Keegle, Mike and Key, Keegle, Mike,
Yeah, I was
Michael
gonna
Key.
say no. I think you got the wrong guy, but yeah.
Keegle, Michael Key.
Michael Keaton is also a good performer. Like,
I was like, oh, Batman.
yeah,
No.
Batman
The
and
Vulture.
and
What?
don't forget that McDonald's movie. Don't forget The Founder.
Yeah, that was a great performance.
It was a
by
great
him.
movie.
That was a crazy movie. If you've never seen The Founder, bro, you definitely need to go watch The Founder.
Such a good movie.
You seen The Founder, Chris?
I have not.
Man,
I've seen the thumbnail.
The Founder. Oh man, it really
Michael
fucking.
Keaton killed that shit.
It also really puts in perspective what the hell had to happen for McDonald's to exist.
Because it wasn't gonna exist.
It
if
wasn't
for
going to
Ray
exist
Kroc.
if it wasn't for Ray Kroc. Well, his real name is Ray Kroc.
Ray
but,
Kroc, yeah.
but he stole McDonald's. God damn it!
If
From
it wasn't for the
niggas.
crook.
He sounded like Vince McMahon there. He's like, God damn it.
So you choose The Rock.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, I love The Rock. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's a bad actor, but I did say that at some point in this podcast. But I'm thinking he's not as good as I think people say he is.
You just
I
gotta
mean-
watch the right
Yeah, 'cause it's
show
like-
or movie.
I shouldn't have to.
Well, no, that's not necessarily true. Because it's like, even a blind man can hit the side of a barn twice. Like if he's shooting.
What are
So-
you talking about?
Let me explain. Like, if a blind man can at least hit the side of a barn twice, of course, with how many roles that The Rock has played, all of them can't be stellar.
But you got to look at how many roles John Cena has also played, and they weren't all stellar, but they were all exceptional. Not all.
The
I'm not gonna
Rock-
say. I'm not gonna
yeah,
say
yeah,
all.
like-
I'm not gonna say
but I was
all
gonna say,
because
like,
I haven't
was
seen
a
all his
decent
movies.
movie. The
I haven't
Rock-
seen all his movies.
When it comes to libraries, The Rock has the most movies, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even if you was to compare libraries and if you compare ratio, I still think The Rock has a better ratio when it comes to, okay, I can sit down and enjoy 63% of his movies versus you sit down and you can probably enjoy 83% of John Cena movies, but it's only 18 to choose from versus
47.
5. Yeah,
some
like,
shit
you
like
see what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's like liking that 63% is a hell of a lot more than liking this 83% because it's not that many to pick from.
All right.
But if you gonna make 45 movies and all of them are the same, they're not all. I'm not saying all his movies are the same, but he didn't duplicated movies plenty of times.
Yes, definitely.
He didn't duplicated movies in the same time period. Let's be real here. He released the Skyscraper movie alongside that other movie with the fucking gorilla Rampage. He released them two movies like right next to each other, and they were the same movie. The only difference is that one had a monkey and one was about a fucking building. Like, that was the only difference between the two of them.
Oh shit.
You was finna say something,
Oh
Mike.
man.
You was finna say
my
something, bro.
God. I was gonna ask, like, okay, so, all right, John Cena's out of the equation. All right, now, The Rock or Batista, which one is the better actor?
Ooh, I don't know. I gotta give it to Batista.
You got to give it to him.
I gotta.
Yeah,
say
I think I gotta
Batista.
give it to that
If
Batista.
we're talking about straight skill with acting,
Yeah, I'm
Batista is toppling the fuck out of Rock.
It's no contending.
It's no
No
contest.
No contest.
No contest.
Like even
Okay.
because like even if I can compare every single Rock role to the one role that Batista played in Bushwick, and he wins every single time.
nigga, Batista murdered that role,
He
bro.
was- he
He-
was-
That's the thing. Batista has more memorable roles.
Okay,
When you watch The Rock,
he was.
you
just
are The Rock. That's The Rock when you're watching The Rock. You're not watching whatever character he's playing as. And I can prove it. What was The Rock's name in Baywatch?
The Rock.
He was The Rock. He was the Wayne Johnson. He's the Wayne Johnson in every movie. But in Bushwick,
Same thing can be said about like YouTubers as well. Shit, like YouTubers who try to make movies.
yeah, they're just the YouTuber. They're just that guy from YouTube in the movie. That's what happened with fucking Fousey too. When he was in that
He was
Tyler
in the
Perry
Madea movie.
He was in that Tyler
He was in
Perry
Boo.
Halloween
He
movie.
was in fucking Medea's Boo or some shit like that. It was a Halloween movie.
What was that movie that nigga was in? When he was where it was like a 3-way with this chick. I can't remember the name of that movie.
I don't remember.
Man, it was Fousey 2 movies. Let me look that up. But
So y'all, it's a no contest.
it's no contest,
Batista.
bro.
Yeah,
Batista,
like,
Batista
I've
murders his roles.
Yeah, he jumps into those roles.
And Batista was in an MCU movie. Let's be honest.
There you go. There you go.
That's a feat within itself.
we
One
we
MCU
are
movie.
this close to getting the Batista bomb canon in the MCU.
Bro.
Just give us a couple
I
more
mean, the
movies.
Batista bomb is canon in Gears of War. So there you go.
But you got but if we're one MCU movie is worth like 6 Rock movies. I'm gonna be honest. I gotta be
But The
honest.
Rock is Black Adam.
Come on.
Is it Black Adam DC?
Yeah, I know.
Damn it.
DC. Go ahead and throw it in the garbage. So that means John Cena and The Rock exist in the same universe.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
And I think they're like on opposite sides of the law. Not necessarily of the law, but you know.
Yeah, what was you about to say?
I got nothing. That was just funny.
Definitely Batista. 100%.
Yeah.
And I hope The Rock sees this and responds. That'll be so
Dude, Rock, you're my
funny.
favorite YouTuber, bro.
I love The Rock. Don't get me.
You're my favorite YouTuber, bro.
I think I'm gonna have to give my favorite YouTuber title to Jablinski.
Oh, you mean Jack Black?
Jack Black.
Jack
He's the
Black.
best. He's the best YouTube actor.
Yes, sir.
Even over Will Smith as far as good.
Oh my
As far as I'm concerned.
Ah, that's hot.
He's the only real nigga. He's the only person that acts as a human being on his YouTube channel.
yeah.
Yeah.
When Will Smith is in a YouTube video, he's still Will Smith. He's still the actor Will Smith. when The Rock is in a YouTube video, he's still the fucking Dwayne Johnson.
And it's so funny you say that because I was watching like what was it? I think he got a documentary, not a documentary. He has a show out called Welcome to Earth, and he's like narrating nature shit.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, I just binged like 8-9 episodes back to back.
Jack Black?
No. With Will Smith.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like Jack Black can act like a normal human being on YouTube, but the only place that Will Smith can act like a normal fucking human being is on TV doing a whole bunch of rich people shit.
Yeah.
Like he looked at home. Like as I was watching, I was like, "You're having a good time."
Right.
Like it looked like Will Smith was having the time of his life, walking around, looking at wildebeest and shit, walking up to volcanoes, diving into the ocean.
But that's rich people shit.
But that's rich people
he
shit.
does that.
Yeah.
Anyway, off camera.
Right. So
He
that's
already
what-
jumping in volcanoes. Because he can afford to reincarnate.
No. Bro was walking to the edge he walked up a volcano, over the edge, parasailed, like kind of like
Over it.
not like parasailed, but rappelled into it so they can like see closer. All being led by a blind man.
Fuck nah. No, sir. That's some white people shit if I ever heard. Okay.
All being
You're
led-
not leading me into the. You want me to do what? Repel into the. No! What the fuck do I look like to you?
Because
It's like fragile
I didn't even
fragile
know.
rock.
I didn't even know bro was blind until he said something. Because like he took his shades off, and I'm like, why he looking like that?
He can't see.
He's not looking at all. I'm sorry.
Looking at all.
Can't see. Can't see. Where are we? We're in a volcano, sir. Oh damn, that's why it's so hot.
I think I lost it when he asked Will to describe it.
What the fuck you mean? You can't see it? It's hot, nigga. Oh shit.
Damn.
Fuck. It's hot, nigga. That's what it looked like.
That's what it looked like.
It looked like if you fall in it, you'll die. Can we leave? Can I get out of here, please?
Nah, but yeah, I really think you guys should give it a look. Welcome to Earth. It's a lot of fun. The graphics are cool. The cameras are crispy. Yeah, it's like, so the opening credit, not the opening credits, but it's like the Welcome to Earth logo. It's like the O and the T is like a location beacon. So like whenever the show starts, the Earth will spin and the O picks up off the title and it goes around the Earth and it finds it and it like disappears and then like you kind of swoop into the ocean and you come back out and Will Smith is like,
Welcome to Earth.
have you ever seen 25,000 feet under the water? I'm like, no, I haven't.
No, it's
Well, that's where we're going today. Whoa. And he said-
I'm trying to think of two more.
oh, and he said that's hot when he walked to the top of the volcano.
Ah,
he
that's
looked
hot.
down. He was like, "Nah,
That's
hot."
hot. Well, at least he can.
At least he can laugh about
He can
it.
laugh at himself a little bit, bro. It's a lot of niggas that can't.
Ah,
That's a fucking iconic moment, bro. He starred in the most hated YouTube video of all time.
yeah.
And we can't even verify that anymore because they got rid of fucking dislikes.
Bro, the API is still there.
It doesn't matter. I shouldn't have to download a fucking external nothing to see dislikes. It should just be visible. I should just be able to see the
Like,
dislikes.
next thing you know, YouTube's getting worse. They keep changing their fucking phone UI every single week.
Yeah, bro, they've been updating.
Cringe.
They've been updating this shit over and over again, bro. Autoplay, fucking. Now the recommended makes a whole menu whenever you want to look at a new video if you're in full screen, like shit just be changing. I don't hate the updates. I think it's cool.
I don't
But-
like it.
But some things that just don't have to change. I don't know why they took away the dislikes. I think maybe
They literally said to protect smaller creators.
they don't give a fuck about smaller creators.
they
If
would have got
can't-
rid of the dislike
it-
button if they cared about smaller.
No,
creators.
no. Let's go even deeper. If they cared about smaller creators, they'd recommend smaller creator videos a
They
lot more.
recommend smaller.
And that brings me to my next point. The algorithm on most of these websites
Fucking suck.
are made to bury you unless you're a white man or a white woman or a woman showing your ass. And if you're not doing any of those three things, it's hard to be seen unless you're making, like, I don't know, content within the app. And I think that's what helps with optimization for getting more views on the website, making content exclusively for their platforms.
So what you're saying is one of us has to go to college for like SEO marketing?
No.
Yeah. yeah, I do think we need to have somebody on the team that knows about SEO marketing because that'll help. But I have actually seen proof that some of these websites has been suppressing black creators a lot more. And
Well, we have a lot of edge, so like that's kind of why we're being suppressed.
even without
I saw it
the
with my
edge,
own eyes, man.
Even without the edge, like even if you mute all the curse words, you block all the violence, you even if you do all of that,
Even with that statement, it's still not fair to the ones who aren't.
yeah, the ones that aren't edgy. Like there are some people that just make regular videos and they still don't get seen. Like they only get like 150 views on their videos, and it makes no sense with the amount of time everybody spends on Instagram and Instagram Reels or TikTok. Everybody should be getting at least 1,000 every video. It just don't make sense how your video can be seen by 0 people.
By no one.
By no one.
There's there's at least 1 billion people that it could reach right now.
It just
Yeah,
makes no sense how
it's,
how your shit cannot be seen.
Yeah.
Like, and I'll be going to pages where, like, I'll scroll through their page and you'll see, like, a bunch of their videos got, like, 0 views and no like. I'm like, yo, how?
And I know it's bullshit because I was on another channel that I have on YouTube. And these niggas is recommended about 7 Mr. Beast videos. 7! I'm like, why are y'all suggesting me to watch this man so hard? I know there's someone else making YouTube videos. There's other people on this website. Why am I being shown this guy?
Yeah, this is what I talked about last week. I opened a new incognito window with no account. Hold on, give me a second.
With no account.
No account. No account logged in at all. Fresh YouTube page. It was like Sniper Wolf, Mr. Beast, bunch of COVID news, bullshit like that. I'm just like, bruh.
Because
Bro.
Mr. Beast is their guy now.
The kids
After the
have
apocalypse.
to. Well, this is what my younger sister was telling me before they got kicked out of school again. They have to do 10 minutes of current events every day. Like, you remember in school we had current events. We had to do current events. But
Yeah.
they have to get a grade for.
Which school was this?
You didn't have
high
to do
school?
like the current events in health. That's
No.
the only class I remember having to do it.
No,
Like, we had to
because
do it.
in my school, current events was kind of masked into a feminism class.
Damn.
So that was it.
Yeah, dodged
What
the
was it
bullet
called
with that one.
again? Do Now?
Do now, but
Yeah,
like
that was.
but that's
like
not
elementary,
current
middle
events. That's
school.
just work to do
Yeah.
until the class actually starts.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have to do
Before the
work
lesson starts.
until the class starts.
yeah.
I shouldn't
Yeah,
have
like-
to come in and immediately start writing something.
So yeah, in my school, like current events was called well, I mean, it was masked as feminism.
Feminism?
I can't fucking talk. and I think
many
it was
beers.
political science. I took that class, but it turned out to be psychology and sociology.
Fooled you.
That's cool though, because I wanted to get out of a computer class in which a teacher didn't know what they were talking about.
Right.
So I'm like, you know, let me just get that class right quick, and then it just turned out to be a whole psychology sociology class, which was pretty dope. You learn some really cool lessons from sociology and psychology.
Right. What do y'all feel about feminism, actually?
Equal rights, equal fights.
Whoa, bro. What do you mean by that?
I'm just fucking around.
You mean we should be fighting these hoes? That's what you're saying?
bro? These hands are rated E for everyone.
Nigga, you know you ain't fought nobody. When was the last fight you was in?
I think I was in 6th grade. I'm a bit of a pacifist, really.
I'll pass this fist across your face. No, I'm just,
Oh yeah, that's real funny.
I'm just,
Oh, that's real nice.
nah, I'm just playing. What do you think about feminism, bro? Do you even know what it is?
Not.
Do you even know what it is? Like you're
Yeah.
stupid or nothing, but I'm just like,
Yeah, I mean, it's a necessary fight.
is it?
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, there's toxic versions of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's toxic masculinity, toxic feminism. There's toxic white supremacy.
So you don't believe in gender roles?
I don't even believe in good or bad after this lifetime.
Mm.
So it's like to me, yeah, I wouldn't ask my daughter to take the trash out, but if the sun is up and I already got my son doing something,
I'm gonna take the trash out.
yeah, like if I just can't take the trash out, like if I had to tell one of my kids to do so, and the only one available is the girl, I'm not gonna be like,
No, my son taking the trash out.
well, no, I see what you're saying. I feel you 100%, But what I'm saying is, for
The
me,
ones who
there's
has
no,
free hands
yeah, it's like, to me,
has to
there's
pull the
no
weight. You know what I mean?
gender roles. Like, yeah, there's certain things that guys do, there's certain things that girls do, but there aren't any like, oh, this has to be done by a woman. Like, if I had a male nurse, I wouldn't be confused.
Yeah.
Or if my doctor was a woman, or if my pilot was a woman.
But those aren't gender roles.
But they are gender roles for a lot of people.
Nah.
Like, especially inside of the aviation field, like, there's not a lot of women in this field at all. So a lot of women get treated like shit when they want to come and fix on planes, or they get pushed out of the program, or they get ignored. They don't get all of their questions answered. I've seen it happen in my classroom.
And I agree with that aspect of feminism, where there should be equal rights, not equal rights, equal opportunity job wise. But I just think feminism in its essence is telling people that you don't need men. And
That's just a toxic bunch, man. You know,
yeah, that's
but
that's
that's
rot- it's a
but
rotten
that
bunch
but
of
but
people. That's
the
it. It's
the
not
rotten
gonna-
bunch of people are the ones leading the force.
Really?
Yes, the ones that are leading the force are the ones that actually hate men. And I'm not saying all of feminism is women that hate men,
Yeah, I was
but
about to say, like,
but what I'm saying is that feminism as a whole is telling people that certain things don't have to be done by certain people. But it's in a man's nature to want to take care of someone, and it's in a woman's nature to take care of their child. But it's not nothing wrong with that, and they're trying to make it seem like there's something wrong with that.
Okay, so I hear that a lot. I hear people say that a lot, and there's nothing wrong in the statement that you're saying, but I think we're taking those particular words too literally. Like, a man wants to take care of his wife or his family or whatever. That's not necessarily true. A man wants to provide or take care of his life, and he wants his wife and kids to be part of that life, so he takes care of his wife and kids and house.
Yeah.
Same thing for a woman. A woman wants to nurture, whether that's the plant, her child, herself, her husband, her family. She's going to nurture her family. So in the same sentence, she is nurturing her life, so she's nurturing her family, and her husband is her family, her kids are her family.
Is it something wrong with wanting to be taken care of?
No.
Is it something wrong with someone taking care of you? Not you,
No.
but you as a woman, as in women. Is there something wrong with that? You're not a woman, so obviously you but you know what I'm saying. Like, feminism makes it seem like it's bad if you want a man to take care of you. It's bad if you don't have your own things.
Again, I think that comes from mistranslation. Like, yeah, the toxic ones are saying you should do everything by yourself. The men are gross, they're useless, they're this, they're that.
Yeah.
But
They're talking about bone marrow to, like, make kids or something like that.
That's
Right.
insane.
but
That's insane.
In that same
It's crazy.
breath, in
I
that
just
same
find it
breath,
funny.
you can say, damn, women. Damn, what were we talking about?
Feminism.
Oh yeah,
Nah, man, like,
I don't want people that's listening to this to take it as me saying like there should be certain things that men and women should do. But the way that I see it is just like, you continue what
I mean,
you're
shit,
saying,
if you care about somebody, then you obviously want to take care of them.
yeah,
oh, okay, yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, it shouldn't make a difference.
yeah.
I was
On
saying
who does what.
Chris,
the
Cincinnati.
toxic. I was saying the toxic ones are saying, "Oh, you don't need them. You don't need this. You don't need that." But it's like, at the end of the day, if that's what you want, then there's nothing wrong with you wanting that. But expecting it is something different.
Yeah.
Like, if you want that for your life, okay, that's cool. But you just got to do what you got to do right now until you can have that life. You can't get into a relationship and expect this particular man to want to take care of you, because that may not be his ideal wife or his ideal lifestyle. They may not be what he had in mind for his life. So it's the expectation part that kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth, because it's like, I don't mind taking care of my wife or kids whenever that does happen.
Mm-hmm.
You don't mind
But-
taking care of your current girlfriend.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
just say it like that.
Yeah. So, but and at the same time, I would feel some kind of way if I was expected to do that.
But you
by
are
her.
expected to do that.
But I want to do it for me.
Yeah.
I'm saying she can want whatever she wants. But the expectation of me taking care of you, motherfucker, I gotta
if-
take care
like
of
if-
myself just like everybody else
like
gotta
if
take
there's-
care of themselves.
Like,
But that's
say
just
if,
how.
Say if there's a day that he can't like like meet that expectation, just maybe give like a day or two.
Mhm.
Then if she starts flipping out, then like you kind of see through it.
Yeah,
That,
because
comes,
it's
that
like,
kind of ordeal.
like let's say one day, God forbid, money dry up, and just for a couple of days, y'all just can't have the life you're probably used to. Like, okay, we're supposed to have steak this weekend, we not. We finna fucking have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for a couple of days
But-
until.
But I feel like, let's put it in the marriage standpoint. We're not talking about boyfriends or girlfriends. We're talking about marriages. I feel like you're supposed to be in a position where your money don't dry up if you're married.
Yeah, but you can't predict the future.
But you should plan for the future.
Yeah, you can say that, but I know married
You
couples
said that
right
about the
now.
Uno cards.
Yeah, like there's like married couples right now that just moved out of their in-laws' house because they fell on hard times after their first kid, or their job decided to move to Wisconsin and decided to leave his ass in Georgia or some shit. Like, you can't plan for everything. Like, you can be prepared and you can have a plan in mind, and you can have the people in your corner, such as your wife having your back. But your wife having your back is something that a lot of guys look for, and a lot of the times women don't see that.
Right. Let me ask you this. If you're looking for a girl, right, does her having her own money interest you?
Her having her own
Does
money,
it make her more appealing to you?
Shouldn't make a difference.
It shouldn't make a difference. But you having more money than her does appeal to her.
no, I would say her having her own money would appeal to me. Like,
That
would
makes
I-
you more attracted to them.
No. Not
That's
more-
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not more attracted to her because she has her own money.
Yeah.
It'll probably just be easier to. It's like, oh, that's a nice change of pace, or whatever you're used to, and it's like, oh shit, I don't have to get her nails done every week. I'll do it every other week or every so often or whatever the case is.
Or even accommodate for like a movie or some snacks type shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of the times,
Like it can be allocated towards something else.
Yeah.
Doesn't
a
have
lot
to
of
be
the
like-
times the animosity from guys and women, it comes from the girl doing absolutely nothing. Like you just said, we go on a movie date. All right, I paid for the tickets. I'm not asking you to get the snacks, but I didn't plan on getting any because I'm straight. I ate whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't plan on getting no snacks because such and such is too high. Whatever the case is, you decided not to get snacks for
Whatever reason.
whatever the reasoning is.
Mm-hmm.
And she makes it your problem because she wanted popcorn and this and that. And I'm like, well, if you wanted popcorn, you should have prepared for that. I'm not saying that, like, when you go on a date, you prepare for everything. You know what I'm saying?
Or at least try to.
Yeah, like if you're going on a movie date, that involves snacks, so be sure to
Plan for snacks.
be sure to plan for snacks. But there's some women who will damn near curse you out if
Or
you even suggest it.
Or will come with no money.
Like, absolutely
Will come with
nothing.
absolutely nothing. And
Absolutely
expect
nothing. And
that.
expect it.
And I think that's where the divide really normally happens. But it's nothing wrong with taking care of everything if you're a guy. And I think the feminism shit makes it seem like it's something wrong with living like that. It's something wrong with being taken care of. It's something wrong with letting a nigga love you. Like, that's just shit I've seen lately. I don't know.
It could be worse.
How? What do you mean?
We could be like Japan, fucking dolls. And
We already there, bro.
But yeah, we're there.
We already there, bro.
like low birth rates.
Have you
type shit.
seen all of these fucking Adam and Eve commercials
No,
on YouTube?
no, I haven't seen
and
them.
billboards.
Man, Adam and Eve shit is getting out of hand. They trying to get everybody to stop fucking altogether and just fuck dolls and toys.
I mean, but even for our generation, there's not a lot of us having kids based off what our parents were doing around this time.
Yeah, because we heard about this on the radio last
Yeah,
week.
like, it's like staggeringly low.
Yeah,
Yeah, because we trying to plan our lives.
Yeah.
We're not trying to
Right.
have kids at 21.
Yeah, in 2022 compared to like I don't know, let's say about like 60s, 70s. You know,
You
like
ain't even
in
got to
this-
go back that far. You can even say 80s, 90s.
80s?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
Well,
Hand me mic.
I know that I don't have to have kids with everyone I'm in a relationship with.
Right.
So that's enlightening.
That's enlightening.
I mean, but I think it's just because like a lot of us are a little more aware of the lives that we have and the things that we want. And
safe shooters around here.
And
You
we
said- yeah, safe
and it's
shooters.
just worth not it's child support is not worth the price. It's not worth it.
Child support?
A condom is worth more. Is worth a lot more than having to pay child support for sure.
Child support, like
It's a lot cheaper in the long run.
that's only if like you are having a divide in the household. Like if you have like a traditional nuclear family, you don't have to do all the child support shit.
That's not true.
That's
not-
not
all
true.
the way true.
Not all the
There
way.
are some cases where like people get effed over.
Like Kanye.
Oh Jesus.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, but yeah. I mean, I think even for the women, even on the women's side of it, it's like some guys just aren't worth knowing for the rest of your life. Like yeah, it's for 18 years, but nah, you got to know them for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of them. It's like I throw myself down the stairs before I have his baby or some shit like that. Or even for some guys, like. Nigga, I'll put on 2 condoms before I fuck that bitch raw before, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, a lot of us are, and I mean, and even the select few who are dangerously
And just shooting
are just
blank.
shooting safely. Like, hey, these ain't no live rounds in the club tonight. You know what I'm saying?
What are you looking at me for?
I'm just saying, Mike. I'm just saying, Mike. You gotta start buying them rubbers, my boy.
Bruh.
Just
Bro,
saying.
we're not having this conversation
I'm
on
just
the show.
saying.
Nah, not on the show.
No, we're not having this
Not on the
conversation. I'm just
show.
saying,
Nah.
We're not having this conversation.
Well, we need to have it at some point.
Well, since we talking about the very thing that starts life, what y'all think happens after this one?
Oh yeah.
That'll probably be like
The wrap up.
yeah.
What do I think happens after you die?
Well, can I give mine first?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I'm one of the people who don't believe in cosmic judgment. That doesn't mean I don't believe in good or bad, but I just don't believe that there's this omnipotent being just waiting to judge you as soon as you get to the other side. Like, as soon as you die, Dubis is gonna walk up to you like, "All right, I'm gonna go weigh your heart. Give me."
I mean, but you're judged while you're here. That's
But
where
that's what I'm
karma
saying.
comes. That's where karma comes in.
But I mean, karma is definitely a thing. It's just like I look at karma as common as the wind. Like, it's here with us, and she's gonna do what she can while you're here, based off how she feels about you.
Yeah, it's to alleviate. It's to alleviate the afterlife, so you don't have to be judged for everything.
Yeah,
you
but
you
even-
get your balance through karma while you're here, and then the most egregious stuff that karma can't do shit for, you get judged for after. Is what I think. Anyway,
Well,
but
yeah.
you continue.
But I mean, even with those statements being accounted for, it's still, to me, just based off the information that I received, this particular body have received once I got here, I don't think there's all right, so you did this right, you did that right, you did that wrong. You should have made that choice, should have made this choice, should have made that choice. And when you were back here, you should have did this, should have did that. I just don't think that's going to happen after I die, because that sounds like anxiety to me.
But they wouldn't do it for every single thing that you did.
Yeah, but even if they did it for the 1 or 2 things that they deem judge worthy, it's like, well, if this is how you feel about the way that I lived my borrowed life, why didn't I get any kind of assistance before I got here?
because nobody got assistance.
That's what I'm saying. If you gave no one assistance,
They gave you a book.
they didn't.
You got it though.
No, I didn't. I was not told when I woke up in this life to go read the Bible.
Yeah, but you were taught to.
Yeah, but man can teach death too. As far as I'm concerned, the only reason people die is because you're told you die at the end of your life. As far as I'm concerned, I might live forever. As far as I'm concerned, The world started when I got here, and the motherfucker will end when I leave. Because that's this body's perspective. That's this spirit's perspective. Whatever happens before me is probably the same that happens after me. You remember life just starting one day, right? You wasn't sitting in no cubicle waiting for this. You didn't check no boxes. You didn't do anything special before you got here. You just woke up one day, right?
Might have.
But based off what you know now, you just woke up one day. Memories just started staying. Your eyes just started working one day, right?
I guess.
You just received information as you moved on. That's kind of how I feel like no one gave me all right, well, the Bible's right, the Quran's wrong. You should learn French, not English.
But they all have the same principles, even if they're all different in how they deliver them.
But I understand, but the same principles can be taught to a kid with left and right. This is good, this is bad. You can do this, you shouldn't do this. You can do all of the things you want to do in life as long as you do them morally. Those are the things that the Bible teaches you, or the Quran teaches you, or all of these holy books teach you. But they also can teach you different ways to live your life.
But you also don't need a Bible to know if you should be doing something, if you shouldn't be doing something.
You know right and wrong when you get here.
No, not necessarily. You don't necessarily know right and wrong when you get here.
Now, think about this. Someone had to tell you you can't do that because that's right and that's wrong, right?
No.
To me, when it comes to right and wrong, I already knew that there was a and a Like, I knew there was a good or a bad. Or does that make sense?
No.
Like, for me, I always understood that there was some things I couldn't do and there are some things that I can do. Just based off, I don't remember learning that at any point. It just seems like something that kind of just clicked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like no one had to teach me right and wrong. I just put the words with the two things that I was already feeling in my spirit. So this is right. This is wrong. Oh, so that's what you call it. Okay, cool. So I'm going to live my life based off my moral compass. My moral compass points me this way. This is right. My moral compass points me that way. That is right, or that is wrong, but I know that's wrong, but I'm going to go that way anyway because I decided to go this way.
Right.
I heard something earlier, and it was like, as much as you would like to, you don't own your body. Like, you're borrowing it for as long as it is here. And then once it expires, it leaves.
I don't agree. I don't agree with that at all.
Let me finish. What'd he say? He said, your parents made you, so to speak.
Yeah.
As far as all of us are concerned, it could have just been biology taking its course, and this two people created another organic person, and you are the pilot for this ship. The body breathes on its own. It tells you when it's hungry. You damn near walk by yourself. You think on your own. Not saying that you are not of the body, but you are of the body. You are not the body. You are you, and you are this, but you aren't always going to be this. You can jump out of this whenever you're ready.
You don't know that.
Whenever it's, as far as I'm concerned, that is how it works. Because
have you ever jumped out of your body before?
I've definitely done some things. I've done some things that this spirit has done some things that I can't really explain. There's ways that I feel about certain things. Like ever since I was a kid, somebody tell me, oh, at some point people have to die. It never made sense to me. I'm not saying that this version will live forever. This body will eventually expire, but I will live forever. Whether that's physically by, my name being erect in a statue and people just, oh, the great and powerful Nair, yada, yada, and my name can live forever that way. Or this spirit just travels on into the universe. And then I come back whenever it's time to come back, or I stay floating until it's time to not float anymore.
Right.
I look at life as it happens because it can. Don't try to overcomplicate it. Don't try to overthink it. The only reason life happens is because it can. Everything is in place for life to happen, so why not? Enjoy it while you're here.
So what do you think happens when you die, Mike?
Oh, I was gonna wait on you, but
I want to know. I want to know what you think before I say what I say.
all right. Well, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. All right, coming from a place of nihilism, and I've been comfortable with that for years. I'm trying to work on that attitude, but you're pretty much, you kind of get into an eternal sleep. You're buried, and everyone's world is crushed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people may celebrate your life on how you lived it, celebrate the fact that you were with them for however long you are, that sort of thing. Or there's some assholes out there that may celebrate and revel in the fact that you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way I see it.
So you don't think that there's
A continuation after this.
there's anything after this? Yeah. So you just think when you die it's just over.
It's over.
It's just nothing after that.
That's it.
How do you live life thinking that?
You just gotta live. You just gotta live in the moment. Like you don't really, don't be afraid of dying. Don't be afraid of the fact that you'll be forgotten or remembered within the next 10, 20 years. Just do with what you can for now, and then when that time comes, that's it. You can't just run away from it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
as
That's
long
it.
as you can personally lay down with a smile on your face, I feel like you did a good job.
I
Whatever
believe-
that job is.
I believe in transcendence, which is like if you've done something worthwhile with your life, you get to transcend to a higher plane of being. If you didn't do anything, then you come back and try again. So like, if you existed and you live your life and the only thing you've done was things for yourself, you come back and you get to keep doing things for yourself. If you've lived beyond your means and done things for people that left an impact on other people's lives, then you don't have to come back here. You get to live somewhere else in a much higher place of being. So I believe in reincarnation to a degree, and I believe in heaven or hell to a degree as well. And the place you transcend to isn't like
It's based on if you deserved it or not.
if you deserve it. I don't think everyone deserves to go to heaven. Even if you weren't a bad person while you were here. I don't think if you did nothing with your life, you deserve to go to heaven. I don't think if you did nothing to with your life, you deserve to go to hell either. Like
I mean, but that's in the books.
what?
Those conversations, like the people who do nothing with their life, the people that are neutral, like you don't get a seat on the plane because you were neutral.
Yeah,
Like,
you
you
don't. you should. I feel like you should need to leave some sort of impact.
You gotta
And-
leave a footprint somewhere.
And if you don't, you don't go to heaven. And when I say transcendence, I don't even believe in heaven specifically. I just believe in you become a higher being. Like you're not even just an angel or anything like that. You just become something that's just completely out of this world. Like it's just not the same. It's not the same as being a human. It'll just be some completely other shit.
I mean,
and you had to do something to get to that point. And even if you were egregiously evil, to some God, you can still transcend to their version of whatever. But you have to leave some sort of footprint, whether it's good or evil. And it just depends on the kind of life that you want to live. If you do something evil to get there, or if you do something good to get there.
Yeah, that's where yin and yang comes in, because it's like with that, it's like there's no such thing as good and evil, but there is a such thing as good and evil.
Yeah, we know that as humans,
simple,
there's something wrong with certain
because-
things.
Because like you just said, because we're humans, we can see the good and the evil. So it's like once you die, it's like whoever you invited into your life, whoever you invited down your path, once it's all said and done, those people will show themselves. Oh, well, we're calling them people now because we're people now, but we wouldn't call them people on that side. We'll call them
We'll
whatever
call
they're called.
them whatever they're called in whatever language we
In
would
whatever,
speak.
exactly. So it's like when people talk about
If we would speak at all, we probably wouldn't even have to. We
Probably
just
wouldn't even have to.
understand what we're thinking.
because like when people talk about heaven or hell, it's like, to me, both of them sound like hell. You mean to tell me all of the good things about Earth, I get to go up there and experience all the women I want, all of this, all of that?
But heaven and hell are personalized.
Yeah, but even my person, like I'm a different person every week. Like,
But it evolves to what you want. That's what makes it heaven.
it'll have to keep changing.
And it will. That's what makes heaven heaven.
Yeah, but even knowing that it'll perfectly tailor everything that I want, it doesn't make me strive to be a perfect person to experience that in the afterlife.
But you don't have to be perfect to go to heaven.
But I know, but it doesn't make me want to even push towards that path to go to heaven. Like, if my plan was to go to heaven, to me, it doesn't really sound that exciting. Even if you tell me I get to be in a room where the room perfectly tailors everything I've ever wanted to its exact degree, it doesn't sound like fun, especially if it's going to be eternal.
But heaven isn't eternal.
That's
Heaven's not eternal because then there would be infinite souls, and there are not.
there are infinite souls. What makes you think there's a finite number of souls?
Because there's a limit on everything.
But as long as that, just because there's a limit on something doesn't mean that there's a finite number of it. Like, people may have limited space on the planet, but we can keep fucking. Like, even when we run out of space, people can still have babies.
Yeah, NPCs,
There'll be a whole lot more people maybe being born infertile. There'll be a whole lot more people being born with blank bullets.
But there's NPCs in our world, though.
Most definitely.
There's people that exist just to exist.
Just to exist.
And those are the people without souls.
Oh, I wouldn't say they got souls, because every living creature on this planet got a purpose, and it hearts beats for a reason.
I don't agree.
Every person on this planet got a soul.
No, I don't agree.
There are some
Soulless niggas.
there are some demonistic people who have who their soul may have gotten attached with something evil, but everything has a soul. Like, even the troop of ants outside, they may all share one soul. Who knows? But all of them got one, and they're all meant to be treated as your neighbor.
Because I think the planet, well, according to the Bible anyway, everything that's here was put here for us, like, because we were built in the God's image.
We are the gods.
We can say that, but we were built in the image of a God. So it's like everything here is for our benefit. And I personally don't believe that anything that's put here to just die has a soul. Anything that's put here to be eaten doesn't have a soul. Why would you torture something like that? Why would you give it a soul and torture it?
You can see it as torture, but it might not be torture at all, because what you see as torture, I see as a circle of life. It's kind of like an inevitable, like, somebody gotta lose. Like, when there's two people playing a game, somebody gotta lose. Like, that's just the natural order of things. Like, the only way that I can get rid of these animals is to either have them eaten or give them blight. And it's faster to have them eaten over time than to kill them all at once. Because, like, if God has this omnipotent, like, I can do what I want when I want.
Yeah,
it's probably safer and easier, especially for the ones he actually care about.
Right. It's also the same thing with people. Like,
yeah,
people will have it better than us, and then people will have it worse than us, based on the position that we're in right now.
It's just like the circle of life is meant to increase that animal's chance of survival. The lion can only catch the slowest one. The lion can only catch the sick one.
There was something that I had heard in another podcast where they were explaining basically, like, there's really no humane way to kill things.
Yeah.
Because in nature, they would be mutilated. In nature, if you left a cow just out to be eaten by coyotes, they'd be ripped to shreds by the coyotes.
Soft organs first.
And it would and that's not humane either. Even if, we trap them in slaughterhouses and feed them until they're grown enough to eat them.
Then stab them once in the neck.
Yeah,
like,
and then
you're still killing it.
We're still killing it. And it's like, even if it was out in the wild, lions don't give a fuck nothing about no humane way to kill nothing.
They don't care about ethics.
They don't care about ethics. They just want to eat.
Chomp down on your neck because I know that's where all the blood come from.
Nigga, I'm finna eat you. And I'm finna fucking destroy you, bro. And I'm finna call my niggas to come get a leg and an arm. And there's nothing you're gonna do about it except bitch and moan to PETA.
But yeah, so it's like, that gazelle might have signed up for a life of looking over its shoulder, but that particular one wants to live way more than the other ones do. So the one that's ahead, the one that's breaking ankles and shit. Yeah, niggas, what I came here for. What you want? You can't catch me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I really feel like all of this is just an experience. I feel like a lot of us, we might just come back. The only thing we might choose is what we come back as. Like, you might be able to pick the animal, and most people pick people, yada yada. But I mean, who knows what happens after this? It could be the void you came from, or because you know stuff, you just here as a ghost on the planet.
I'm starting to imagine like a line of people like, all right, we kind of reached our human quota for the next 20 minutes, and if you don't choose something now, you will go to hell. So like, you kind of gotta hurry up and pick.
Oh,
something.
no, you gotta go to the back of the line.
Or you gotta go to the back of the line. If you get back there, if there's no baby available, oh shit, you just got aborted, son. You gotta choose another animal now.
Here's my thing for that. I think
that's why it needs to be a finite number of souls. That's why I think that.
I mean, yeah, a finite number of souls. It makes sense to
Maybe
the
Earth
human.
souls.
Yeah, like to the human brain, it makes sense. Like, only 20 billion people can be born. Only 20 billion people can exist on the planet at any given time. Like, if there's a number like that, I can definitely.
I'm thinking more along the lines of 100 billion souls, Earth souls.
Oh,
100
just
billion Earth souls.
Earth, like worldwide.
Yeah,
like
even
animals.
through animals too. It's
But
100
ants-
billion Earth souls.
Shit.
And ants live off hive minds.
So they count as one.
They count as one.
Yeah, like they all have the same perception.
Yeah,
So
That's freaky.
yeah,
it'd be dope though
Yeah.
to be able to control 1,000 of yourself
Yeah.
all at once. That'd be awesome, especially if they were human sized. Man, what you cause havoc? What you cause
that
havoc?
sounds a little familiar.
What?
Shin Bobaguara. Huh?
Oh shit, my cough is coming back. I hope I'm not sick.
Bruh.
That's tough. Anyway, y'all got any more closing remarks before we end the show?
Nope.
Damn, son.
The stars are the map to your humanity. The reason they turn all these lights on is so we can't read the map.
You can always go to the country though.
Yeah. Well, it's not really a map. It's more like a manual on how to human. Not necessarily how to human, but I really think there's something in the stars that they don't want us to see, even if it's just as simple as alien spaceships. I think there's something in the stars that can teach us everything we need to know. Like, that's the universe's library or some shit.
That's been Cafe Keto, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you next time.
That was our longest one yet, I believe.
How long was it?
5 minutes. That's not a minute.
A minute.
An hour and 50.
A minute.